on the bed, so you know she caught the vapors. Smoking that loud with the Hennessy chaser. Fly like a pilot, she feeling on my privates. I'm drinking like a pirate and fighting like I'm Irish, but I know to be a tyrant. The track is really biting, I'm getting real excited. Ain't no time for biting. Lyrical stamina, bring it to an amateur. Pussy slam dancing up, probably on camera. Daily illustration, it's been a hood favorite. Mr. Illy Bang, stay street like the pavement. Architect with the bars, got my weed from Mars. Went from my slab, will leave your face scarred. Respect my cabinet, put you in the emblem. Light you on fire, so sage can light a cigarette. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. I spit the hot flame just like I was dousing. She rides my cock, her tits is bouncing. Front rush your legs, sweep your face on water fountains. You lost your manhood, still never found it. You think you fly like a child, you're grounded. See you on the avenue, people always clown him. He's an embarrassment, the one that be around him. Throw him in the Bronx River, go ahead and drown him. The juggernaut of rap, steady like a spike bat. Catch him with a pimp strap and spitting that whack crap. I beat a silverback, mixed with a beer. Turn up, mix the alcohol with beer. Got that weed smoke in the atmosphere. On my way to the strip club, hell yeah. Beats get body, you can't stop me. I love shorty head game and sloppy. I roll with tyrants that's controlling the environment. Keep tracks firing, keep the streets admiring. All these other bums should be retiring. Give them the pink slip, please just fire them. Balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. That's right. Card how you mother scunt. Juggernaut of rappers in the goddamn building. Word up, BX representative. Smack the shit out the damn president.
First thing you gotta realize, brother, is this right here is the future of wrestling. You can call this the new world order of wrestling, brother.
What's good, brother? Hollywood's famous groupie said my party is amazing. So drunk, pissing in the face basin. Every bitch in the party's not basic. NWO on those hoes. They want a good time or something in their nose. These folks we chose catching elbows. The wolf packs stay connected like Velcro. Strikes and blows, got your blood exposed. Take a shot of propane, turn beast mode. Weapons in the cabinet, stay immaculate. Bulldoze challenges, cause I'm not having it. Rather put the obstacle, pop you an arsenal. Turn you to particles, rated in the article. Rockstar lit, pour licks on this. Equipped with hits, leg drop this bitch. Silverback a rap or call me Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Silverback of rap or Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. On me strikes with gorillas that night. Catch you in the windpipe with a spike lead pipe. Big boot, hit tooth, here comes the finish. Win then celebrate with your bitches. They love that I'm manly. Melt those panties and these pansies. Ripped and stampedes. Caught in the tug of war with the god of war. Crack both kneecaps with the figure four. Then we'll jump you. What you're gonna do? Body slam giants, cause I'm immortal. $1 million parties, cause I'll afford to. Private jets, because I love the best. Slaughter the sergeant with no sweat. Got a match coming up, place your bets. Global grind, I take no rest. I'ma be Hollywood till my death, brother. Silverback a rap or call me Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Silverback of rap for Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood.
the future of wrestling. You can call this the new world.
What you gonna do when Sandman knocking at your front door? And he wants, whoa, shit. He's a rapper that'll kill you. Man, we still miss you, hun. You know the vibes. What's going on, ballet dancer? What's going on, my dude? Blaze. Henny God, you already know, B. My dude Black Star. Pull up, yeah. Episode 147. We getting up there, B. 147 episodes. Huh? Talk about the old-fashioned rats and let y'all know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? I love wrestling and all, but mainly you guys are beautiful. Y'all make me do this. Y'all make me want to do this. You feel me? 147 episodes. That's not an easy feat. Peace to you too, ballet. It's really not an easy feat. I know a lot of podcasts, what may have you. They won't even last 10 episodes. And there's no shade towards them because it's not an easy job to keep the same energy, to keep people engaged, to constantly keep your ear to the streets when it comes to content, fresh content. And not only the content, when it comes to the presentation, everything as a whole. Not taking no shit is another thing. You guys are awesome, B. But let's get into it, though. Let's not waste no time with it. Now, first and foremost, right? What type of time this dude Jimmy Uso is on? Now, I didn't watch the whole thing of SmackDown. I'm actually watching SmackDown right now as we speak. What is the deal with this dude Jimmy Uso? From before, you was telling this dude Jay Uso, oh, the reason why I did what I did is because I don't want you to turn into this dude Roman Reigns. So now you jacking Roman Reigns? Like, I'm just trying to understand this shit. Like, what is he trying? Is he trying to infiltrate the bloodline or whatever? Like, you know, where are we going with this? And yes, y'all already know me, the tribal chief. That's my guy. You already know. When it comes to him, I'll be like, yeah, you know, he's the best thing next to sliced bread, whatever. But this shit ain't it. Yeah, I'll be the first one to admit to you guys. This right here, what they're doing is not it. It's not. It's confusion. And how can they still be considered the bloodline? My dude, there's only like, what, 3 of y'all left. Y'all basically a tag team now. You and Solo. Y'all a tag team now. What are we doing here? And you know me, like I gotta, you know how I give it up here. I gotta be logical. Can't be biased. But this shit is goofy as hell. I don't know what you're talking about, Black. So what you mean? It was way off beat. Anyways, well, there's not really too much to get into when it comes to wrestling this week.
Right, TKO. I didn't understand that either. But hey, Black Star is going to Black Star. What can you say? Oh, you talking about with the? I thought you talking about Black. Yeah, everybody's lost, and I gotta call it like how I see it. You already know, like I said, like anybody could get the smoke on this motherfucking mic. Pause. Tribal Chief, Bloodline, I don't give a fuck. Triple H, Tony Khan. It could be the motherfucking janitor that cleaned up the puke from Tony Khan sniffing too much blow in the bathroom. If shit don't make no sense, shit don't make no sense. What are we doing here, huh? Another thing I wanted to get to. You know what I mean? If you guys give a fuck. MLW, they just did the Fury Road pay-per-view. And for those out there that don't know, Alex Kane basically retained the MLW championship. He doing his thing with that. And it's looking like he's going on a face run. They basically gonna put the company on his back for right now. It's interesting to see what he does as a face, because I would normally known him as a heel, especially with the whole Bomaye Fight Club. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He made this dude Willie Mack tap out, and not only that, fucking Snitsky. Snitsky is officially in MLW now. He's with this dude, what's his name? St. Lawrence, Vincent, whatever the fuck his name is. And I guess he's trying to build a stable right now. And it's like, really, my dude, Snitsky? And no shade to Snitsky. I used to fuck with Snitsky from before, but come on, my dude. Like, how long you think you're going to stick around MLW? And this motherfucker had the long-ass Bianca Belair braid. You know what I'm saying? He had, because, you know, he had the beard. You know, when his beard was real long. I guess it got even longer, pause. And this dude basically braided his hair like Bianca Belair's fucking braid. It's just like all the way down to the bottom of his stomach. Real long braid. Now, what he should do with that shit is do like what Bianca Belair does and be whipping motherfuckers with that. Ha! Oh, and I'm gonna drop the floodgates. I just wanted to get the topics out there. If you know what I mean, you guys wanted to touch on whatever topic, you already know, feel free. And the other topic is, as you can see, the main topic. Grayson Waller plus Austin Theory equals the effective theory. Do you think they should pull the trigger on that tag team? You heard it here first. I think they should pull the trigger on that tag team, and that should be their name. The effective theory. How am I sounding, y'all? Before I drop the floodgates. Am I sounding good? Am I sounding copacetic? You know what I'm saying? Got 8 people in the building. Come on, let's hit that 10. Let's hit 10 people. Like, you know how we do. It's episode 147, B. Hit that like button. Hacksaw Jim Duggan style. Ho! You know the vibes. Yeah, Black Star. Yeah, Austin Theory is a lost cause as a singles guy. Him being in the tag team, a legitimate tag team, you know what I'm saying? It could be refreshing. Me, personally, I think it should go all the way with it. But let's say you. Hope everybody had a great day. My day was here and there. Could have been better, but beggars can't be choosers. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And I know people was asking like, what's the ticker down here? The ticker down there, that's the tip jar. You know what I mean? $ Goliath 82, that's the tip jar, aka that's the Cash App. And it's not a must. Not a must, but Hey, if you're feeling generous, why not? And you know what I mean? If or when you do, all that shit does is go straight back to the council. Y'all know the vibes. Okay, we got Black Saw, we got Nate in the building. What the hell is that? What's that, Black Saw?
It was a joke.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
Really?
What's good, Nate?
What's going on?
All right.
It was goody, Nate.
How about those Lions? How about those Lions?
Whatever. We're not gonna do that.
Nope.
It's only one point. It's okay.
One game. Hey, I didn't know. You know what I learned about a week ago? Mahomes has the same birthday as me. That's cool.
Really?
Yeah, next week, next Sunday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So my lady too. My lady. What day? What day? Is your birthday?
17th.
Wow. Yeah. My lady birthday is right around that time too. Virgo season.
Virgo season.
Yeah, buddy.
Happy birthday to your lady too.
Appreciate that. But yeah, y'all wanna touch on the titles? You know, I got the effective theory title, Jimmy Uso's on drugs title. We all want to start. Let's get it.
Jimmy Uso is becoming a lost cause. and like, let me tell you why. Because Jey Uso just rocketed past him. He's the Marty Jannetty of that tag team. And I'm sorry that I have to bring up Marty Jannetty's name. But yeah, he's Marty. Let's face it.
Because it's like, what are they doing? 1 minute you throwing shots at the tribal chief. Now you trying to hang off this dude on ball hairs. What are we doing here? You was talking about all that shit like, oh, the reason why I did this to you, Jay, because I didn't want you to end up like this, man. And then the following week, now you trying your best to be down with the bloodline again.
Like unless they're trying to put the part of the storyline where he's playing 3D chess.
Yeah.
I thought about that too. I thought about what if he's trying to destroy the bloodline within.
That's the only explanation that I have.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah. Either that or he needs to take a breathalyzer, get drunk again.
TKO, what it do though?
I'm confused as fuck. That's what I am.
TKO, you might have to change your name.
Why?
The new company that's going to come up on Tuesday.
Oh, jeez.
What the hell?
That's the name of it. The name of the new company is called TKO.
TKO. Better get a trademark quick.
Yeah.
Technically knockout. Yeah, that's WWE knocked out.
No, I know what TKO means. I'm talking about what company. Oh, you talking about Black Star? What company?
What,
TKO?
WWE
between the WWE and the UFC.
It's going to be called TKO.
It's going to be called TKO. Yeah.
Allegedly.
No, it's already official. That's what they're going to call it.
Who said that though? Was it on WWE's website?
No, that was according to I think it was WrestleNomics or something like that.
Oh.
Now look, if WWE didn't say that on their actual website, I'll
Not yet.
See it.
Yeah, we got to see it. We got to see on Tuesday if that's going to be the actual name.
And even if that's the case, they're not just gonna change the name like just like that, because you know that'll be an ultimate shock to their system, because everybody knows them as WWE. They're not gonna just switch up their name the very following week and call themselves TKO. A lot of people will be like, "The fuck is TKO? What is that?" You know how much money they will lose.
I think that's what the stock. That's what the stock.
I was gonna say it's probably a stock name. I'm thinking
that's what the stock name is most likely going to be called.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Looks like another love TKO.
That was a good one.
Lord. Man, like I was saying though, man, I'm confused as fuck, bro. I don't know where things are going with this storyline.
But as far as I'm concerned, I'm thinking, and this is just me just spitballing here. I'm thinking that what Triple H is trying to do is that he's trying to put his ducks in a row because he knows something's going to go down.
And how do you explain? But how do you explain the Judgment Day being involved in this?
Yeah, that's the head scratcher right there.
Yeah, what the hell, bro? They were just bragging about how the bloodline is dying. They said it again tonight when they confronted Lashley's group, and now here they are being allies with them, beating down AJ for them. Like, what the hell?
To me, this is what
if you think of it, though, if you really think of it, like look back to remember when Solo and Rhea Ripley had that face to face. They've always been their allies. Really think of it.
Why? Yeah, but why now? They've always been allies, and then they've had face-offs. They ain't do nothing with it. Like, why now?
This is what I'm thinking. And again, I might be way the fuck off, but I'm thinking that it's going to be Jay versus Priest for the new title. That's the direction I'm thinking that they're going in. I'm not too sure, so don't hold me on it. But I'm thinking it's going to be Jay versus Priest for the belt. Meanwhile,
what belt?
Rollins' title. As soon as Priest catches in, that's going to be his first defense. It's going to be Jay.
Yeah.
I still think it's stupid to have Jimmy rejoin these guys like this after being the one to initiate the breakup.
Because Jimmy's Marty Jannetty. That's what he is.
They make it Jimmy look like a real dork out there.
He's Marty Jannetty. He's Devon Dudley. Ooh, that's what he is.
Oh my God! Speaking of the Dudleys, they re-signed with WWE.
Yeah,
that's a head scratcher.
Oh,
they did. Like WWE, they're not low. You already know why WWE signed them. Is because Impact seen value in them for that 1,000th episode. So like they see value in them. WWE is like, oh hell nah. And this dude Devon Dudley just got that new operation on his back. So they definitely like, yeah, let's see if we can, bring him in maybe for WrestleMania season around the corner.
Like, I don't know who said it, but I'm thinking that they're right. Triple H is just about as petty as Vince. Probably.
I say that. I've been saying that for how long now?
That was you who said it?
Yeah, he is. Definitely is.
Like, I don't know who exactly said it, but yeah.
It was me. I said it.
Oh, that was you. Okay. Yeah.
Did they sign him for a wrestling contract or a Legends contract?
It's a Legends contract.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which means they're going to have him.
That's exactly what they should give Punk. The same type of contract, a Legends contract. So
Punk's actually going to sign that.
Which means he's only going to be around for the seasonal, like around WrestleMania time or a big nostalgia event.
Right.
Like it's Punk we're talking about. Punk is probably the most ego-driven wrestler in the history of wrestling. Well, other than Logan.
Remember what I was saying from before, B. Everybody keeps saying, oh, CM Punk ain't going to come to WWE. Don't be surprised if he ends up showing up there because look at all the motherfuckers that WWE had brung back. And, Charles Guatemala was about to pull up soon. He was saying that, basically because he had a physical altercation with Tony Khan. So did Bret Hart.
Yeah. But it's not. It might not be a WWE thing.
Bret Hart didn't have a physical altercation with Tony Khan, but you know what I mean? He punches the dude, Vince McMahon, in the face.
Yeah, well, he deserves it.
That's what I was saying. Like I said that on Tuesday. I was like, yeah, Brett beat the shit out of Vince.
Yeah, of course. After that screw job, yeah, hell yeah.
I would have did the
If
same
there's
thing.
money to be made, WWE, they're not like AEW. And I think AEW is some like not them as a whole, but the top echelon, like when it comes to the Bucks and shit, they some bitch ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And I'm not caping for Punk, but how they conducted that shit was some cornball shit.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
remembers?
Cornball shit. Because now
Who
they
remembers this? Go ahead.
yeah, because now they want to sit there and bury Punk talking about Regal, how we want to smoke with Regal, and it's like basically now they want to say all this other extra shit now. Y'all didn't want to say nothing from before. Now y'all want to just bury this dude because he's not with the company now. Come on, man. It's just cornball shit to me.
What I heard today was probably the funniest shit I ever heard in my life. The Young Bucks put a 6-month "you cannot be in any drama" clause into meeting them.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Wait, that was real. Wait, hold on. Wait, that was real. I read about that. I read about that. That shit is real. I thought that was a joke when I heard about that. That's real.
Be true.
I've heard it from multiple sources. I'm not saying it's true, me personally, but where there's smoke, there's fire. I've seen that in multiple sources, and he had that type of contract. God. And it's like,
oh my Lord,
that could mean so much. That could mean a multitude of things, not only physical. So you mean I can't even argue with somebody? That's drama too.
And like, who remembers when Nails choked out Vince?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! And I really know the time it is. I always say he should be in the Hall of Fame because of that shit.
Nails was a fucking weirdo, man.
Then in the trial, Vince's lawyer asked him, did you check on Vince McMahon? Yeah. Do you hate Vince McMahon? Yeah.
Oh my God.
If he turns a Roman still champ, go ahead and book that feud. Of course they're gonna book that feud. Of course they're going to. Because it's money. Like I get it. But if he beats this dude, that's when you hit a rant of a lifetime.
Oh my God. If I see Punk be the one to beat Roman Reigns and end his title reign,
oh my God.
Oh shit.
Here are the possibilities.
The internet, the wrestling world will explode.
Oh my God.
Here are the possibilities, and it's a very, very, very small list of possibilities. Here, it's either Punk versus KO, which seems more and more likely that's going to happen if he ever comes back. That's the matchup that's going to happen.
I'd be down to see that match, to be honest.
Or Punk's not in the Rumble, and he faces Cody.
Or they'll do both. Or they'll do both matches.
True.
Honestly, I think Punk should beat Roman, and then Cody faces Punk at SummerSlam next year, and Cody wins.
That's another possibility.
And then basically Punk rides off in the sunset because he got his main event match and he got his title, and that's it. There you go.
I don't know about that one. You wild. So you mean to say, first off, you want this dude Roman to beat? I mean, you want Punk to beat Roman, and then have Punk hold on to the belt until SummerSlam?
Well, it's only a few months after. It was April, May, June, 3 months. Yeah.
This dude Punk can't fucking keep his nose clean for that long. This dude he can end up fighting somebody. He's gonna walk up to Adam Pearce like, I think you're a stooge.
But again, as much people wants to get on Punk, and I understand that. I completely understand if you want to get on Punk. But as many people wants to get on Punk,
pause.
There you go, pause.
Pause.
Whoa.
But the person who
I understand why you want to get on Punk. I just want to say a lot of people want to get on Punk, but if you really want to get on Punk,
but equally as guilty as Jack Perry.
Yeah,
they're equal.
Yeah.
So I don't know
think anybody denied that.
So I don't know why in the fuck is anybody trying to say like, oh, this is Jack Perry's first offense. No, this is his second offense. His first offense
It is?
was not, huh?
It is?
It is, yeah, it is. The first time he didn't listen to everybody telling him no, don't do this.
Right.
And then he gets the order. That's strike two.
Yeah.
And if anything, it's a big strike. The first strike was a big strike because he went to a lot of people and asked. Like the bosses, he went to the bosses and was asking them. And they all said no. But he still turned around and did that shit.
So just suspending him means nothing. Because he's going to go back and be the absolute asshole. He's going to be the number one heel in the business. The number one heel in AEW. Not in the business, but the number one heel in AEW.
I think he could work with that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I say work with it.
Yeah. So in that matter, I understand. But the motherfucker should be fired. There's no question in my mind. He should be fired.
He's not, though. If anything, the suspension is really the second strike. Third strike, he will be fired. But regardless. He's not, though.
Sup, Scott? So how's Linda?
Appreciate that, Eddie.
Her name's Felicia.
Felicia? Thought it was Linda. My bad.
Oh, Lord.
Lord. You about to get this dude in trouble.
I'm sorry.
You fucking ready.
I'm in the great state of Indiana, if you want to call that the great state.
What?
I don't.
You called it that.
I will never call Indiana great, but I get
What are you looking for? Larry Bird? What are you looking for?
I've never been in Indiana before.
Indiana.
I won't be on too long, but I just wanted to get your opinions.
What the hell's in Indiana?
Yeah, you pulling up. Most people pulling up.
So are you arrested, Scott? It's nap town, so it's a nap state, so yeah.
Do y'all guys really feel in the new Jimmy Uso, or this is just not it? I don't feel the same vibe.
It's not it at all.
It's not, and we're all confused.
That's what I thought.
Like we had thinking that maybe it might be a swerve, somewhat of a swerve, like for him getting close to Roman, and then I guess I don't know.
Catch him in the back.
Like I'm thinking it's Jay versus Priest. That's the only direction I see it going.
Right now, it looks like a Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels situation.
That's
God.
literally what Black Saw just said.
If he starts pulling out the rocket dropper, it's over.
Oh Lord, he's already got the criminal record down. That's all he's missing.
He needs some cocaine and hookers.
Mess around and Jimmy end up on
Dudley.
Mess around, Jimmy end up on Impact.
Yeah.
Yo, WWE is so funny though. They are so funny. Now all of a sudden Judgment Day is winning matches. From before they was barely winning. Now they want to win matches.
Well, now they're about to be more overexposed than ever. Now that they're the tag champs, they're gonna be on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, bruh.
Well, they was already overexposed in the first place, so it was different.
Now they're on SmackDown.
The only thing that I would say that would help the situation is if they free bird rules the tag titles. So it doesn't matter which two it is; those two is holding the tag team belts.
I mean, they did that with the New Day. They did that with the New Day when they were the champs. So
I want to answer what Henny got. The Vaudevillains, they coming back to HOG. They're gonna be
they were actually a good tag team, to be honest. The Vaudevillains, they were pretty good.
What one of the Vaudevillains did to Enzo Amore was probably the funniest shit I ever heard in my life.
They almost killed him.
They almost killed that dude.
No. Like I'm talking about his shoot interview.
Oh yeah, the shoot, yeah. That was good.
What do you call it? Endo an abortion?
Oh God. Oh God.
I'm an abortion. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So which ballet? Excuse me, not ballet dancer.
Well, there we go. That's an idea.
TKO. Like, what's your thoughts on these dudes? Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I don't know if you see the title, but I came up with the name for their tag team. I think it should be called Effective Theory.
Well, first off, I think that's a dope name, Effective Theory. That's awesome. And second of all, last episode I did say that they should be a tag team, so I'm all for it, to be honest with you. And honestly,
Right.
this is really the only thing I could see resalvaging Austin Theory at this point. Because how do you have this guy beat John Cena, beat Edge, beat all these guys, and then do nothing with them?
To me, Austin Theory is a lost cause.
Honestly, I think this tag team could
Just junk him.
resalvage him in a way.
Don't care. He fucking sucks.
You just turned off by Theory all the way.
Yes, I'm done with him. Just like if he gets fired, I won't be sad.
He's
Let's put it like that.
To be honest, I'm shocked he's lasted this long, honestly speaking.
he looks like the creepy guy in high school that hits on the cheerleaders. You know, I don't know. That's what
Because I keep on hearing from Jim Cornette, from all these other people, like, oh, he's the future. No, the fuck, he isn't.
He's the thing about Austin Theory is he's not terrible in the ring. It's just that
He's definitely not. He's really good.
He is. In ring wise, he's solid as hell, but it's just something he's missing or something's just not clicking. I don't know if it's
He has to be a tag team. He has to be. I'm telling you, that's what's missing. Like he needs to build heat with somebody. He can't build heat right now by himself. He needs to be a tag team.
What about a manager? Would that help him?
He had a manager. He had a member. He has Zelina Vega as a manager.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who
Oh
was
wow.
his manager?
Oh wow! I almost forgot about
What
that.
was that?
When he was with it was during the pandemic era where Austin Theory was aligned with aligned with Andrade, Zelina, and Angel
He was aligned
Garza.
with Vince.
Bro, look
Wasn't
it
he?
up, dude. It
Well, I remember
happened
he was hanging out with Vince.
But go check
That
it out.
That was Vince's new boy toy. Yeah.
Yeah. He was aligned with Vince.
I don't know how Vince fucked that up, but yeah.
Vince fucked a lot of things up.
Vince fucked up a lot of things.
No,
And to be honest,
in a way, I'm not mad that Vince had him with that selfie gimmick. You know what I mean? It was working.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the selfie gimmick. I'm talking about him with that motherfucking egg.
Oh jeez.
Oh wow, that golden egg shit.
The golden egg. The hell is it, Willy Wonka?
Yo, I'm glad about that shit.
I still don't understand that shit. I still waiting for an explanation for that.
Come on, now it's Vince. Vince forgot what he ate for breakfast this morning.
Oh god.
Just be real about it.
What is it? He stole that egg from Indiana Jones. Good lord.
Yeah. Hey, like I said so many times, we never got the explanation how the Giants survived the fall of Cobo Arena. So we still got 30 years to play with the egg.
Man, just that we got 30 years of unanswered questions, including
who raised the briefcase during that last match with Vince and Austin.
Yeah.
How many rolls of toilet paper the Yeti needed to get wrapped up? I think that's a mystery.
How the hell did they have that money in the bank? How the hell did Rey Mysterio survive getting thrown off a building by Corbin during that Money in the Bank?
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yo, I was just about to say that shit. They should bring that back. Like that was actually a good concept.
That was good content. Putting it in
the Money in the Bank match in Titan Towers, and they got to go all the way to the roof to get to the ladder. That was a good concept, man.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of good segments in that match.
Yeah, that was
And
pretty
it was
enjoyable. But
the Boneyard match with Undertaker and Styles. That was cool. They did some
Oh,
cool
that was
things.
funny.
Hell yeah.
That Boneyard match was funny as hell.
Even the AEW did that thing with Sting and Darby and that like warehouse. That was cool too. They did some good things during COVID. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They completely abandoned the cinematic shit. Nah, still
Yeah.
do it.
the
I'm not saying
cinematic shit
do
was
it all the
the
time, now,
cinematic
but
shit.
still do it from time to time.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
once or twice a year.
Yeah, like the cinematic shit, it wasn't so bad. It's just when you overdo it, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Instead of having like a regular match to end a feud, just do a cinematic match to end the feud. It'd be kind of cool, you know, like the finale.
I was bored earlier today, and like I started watching old school TNA, and
Nice.
and I don't think they had a script. Like if you look at Scott Steiner's promos, all of them make no sense.
Scott Steiner. I dare anybody to write a script for Scott Steiner. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Scott Steiner, he freestyles.
Yeah, it was like bold.
He freestyled that math promo for God's sakes.
So, other than Scott Steiner, the realest dude in TNA was New Jack.
This fat son of a bitch.
Scott, he's fat.
He's fat.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. These dudes went to India already? WWE went to India already?
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
aired.
they did it today. Yeah, they did it today.
Like you
That's
need a
why
VPN to watch.
That's why most of the guys weren't there this week.
So, oh God, I see this dude, Drew McIntyre didn't learn, huh? He's still dancing, looking like a goof. Like what happened when you? What are we doing, Drew McIntyre? You just don't get it, huh?
Hey, apparently he wants more.
Because he was dancing. He was dancing with Jinder Mahal and Shanky and them.
Like apparently he wants more. He wants to resign.
He just did. I mean, he didn't learn from singing after losing to Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
Fucking Tyson Fury.
Now you just not gonna learn looking like a fucking bozo.
But his heel turn is coming, and I can't wait for that heel turn to start.
I ain't gonna lie. It's getting to the point where I can't.
Huh? I'm
all for a McIntyre heel turn, to be honest with you. I'm not against it.
You can tell by the way he's talking. Because he said on Monday,
he's getting frustrated.
I feel like you guys didn't watch it, but he said on Monday that if Jay turned on him, I want who's responsible, meaning Cody, meaning that's next, Cody versus Drew, and that's more than likely going to happen.
RoboCop, you can hear your walkie-talkie.
I'll turn it down. Sorry, I turned it down before. There you go.
Appreciate it.
More than likely, that's going to happen in Survivor Series. Cody
Listen, I'm all for a McIntyre heel turn. I won't be against it.
Like after he beats the dog shit out of Matt Riddle, who deserves an ass kick.
Or I don't know. I really hope that they don't try to do like a RK Bro 2.0 with him and McIntyre. I really don't. Which it looks like that's the direction that they're going.
I don't think so. I think this is the lead up to his heel turn.
Shots go out to Don Tony because he had mentioned this shit. He was saying that he thinks that they're doing this shit with this dude Drew McIntyre now because they was planning on Randy Orton to come back, but it got delayed. So it's basically like, damn, now we got a void to fill. Who's gonna
replacing?
Replacing Randy. Yeah. That's what this dude Don Tony was saying. And I'm like, you know what? Don Tony might have a point with that.
Did I say that like 3 weeks ago?
God.
No, you didn't.
No. I'm just saying.
Please don't be like this dude. Like,
no. I'm just like I'm not meaning it like that, but I'm just saying that like I thought that I said it. That's what I'm just trying to.
No, I would have remembered.
Was it me?
I don't think you said
me,
it.
then I'll take back everything.
What up, Toad?
What up,
Yo,
Toph?
chilling. What's up?
Toph the Great.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man in office.
Yeah, this is me sitting at the office, just waiting for this bloodline shit to make sense. I think I'll be waiting for a while though.
Oh, I knew Toph
Might
was
as well have a
waiting.
Snickers bar. They ain't going anywhere for a while.
Toph is
Poor
waiting
San-
to rant
Poor
about this.
Santana, man. I feel bad for him. Like I'm watching Rampage right now, and Santana's in a promo by himself. Like poor guy.
I told you that shit. I knew that shit between him and Ortiz was a one-time deal.
Yeah,
that is what it is.
Yeah.
So now I
Like,
feel
remember
like I
that
need
dude
to
that was with
watch
Carlito
Rampage.
all those years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah,
what was that other guy that was with him back in the day? Homicide? Maybe he can bring them back together. Was it Homicide?
Oh, that's the crazy
Homicide
part.
is Homicide is an NWA.
No,
okay.
that's crazy. The dude that was there, I didn't even realize this until recently because he was in TNA too. That was Tongaloa, Tama's brother. And
Really?
then remember Sandman when Drew went to TNA? Fuck, it was Drew, Eli Drake, and there was a third dude.
Wasn't named the Stand Up? Was it the Rising?
Yeah,
The
the
Rising.
Rising, something like that. Yeah, and I didn't realize at the time that was Tongaloa. And every time I've ever watched Tonga,
Wait, hold
Tama,
on.
and New
That was Tongaloa.
Wait, that was
Yeah, it was.
Tongaloa, that guy? Whoa.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it until recently. I was like, damn, But you know what? That's a compliment though, because he looks so different now. It's like, damn.
Like
he hit it.
put hair on Tongaloa. That would be him. That would be that dude.
Wow. See now you making me want to look back now. Oh wow.
I remember it too because they really didn't like get into it because it was like the other Sin Cara was wearing like the same kind of jackets like Conan was wearing, and they came out like riding a bike like it was Baby Boy or some shit. I remember seeing it like at a few live events. I was like, that's different.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh man.
So, Toph, you just pulled up. And I know you see the topics. Talk about this dude. Matter of fact, we don't talk about Jimmy Uso. We already spoke about that dude. I guess we're all in unison when it comes to him being a bozo.
Marty Jr.
Marty Jr.
Oh boy.
What about what's your thoughts on what I called him again? I might have forgot the name. This dude, Austin Theory. The Effective Theory. I came up with that name for these dudes. I think they should pull the trigger and make them an official tag team. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't give a shit about either one of them. Generic Hall 1, Generic Hall 2.
Oh Lord.
I mean, they don't give a shit about tag teams, so might as well.
I mean,
Credit to Grayson
wouldn't be
Waller.
the first time.
Like to give credit to Grayson Waller, at least he can cut an effective promo, and he is a good troll.
I suppose, but that's only going to get you so far.
True. Like I'm not saying
they all have that OVW like 2002 look, so I can't bring myself to give a shit about either one of them.
How there are several people who fucked over a good thing. Like fucking John Laurinaitis fucked up OVW to a
John
massive
Laurinaitis is a fucking kiss ass. Come on, man. Of course he was gonna fuck up something.
To a massive degree. And then Vince put the final stabbing onto NXT, giving that 2.0 gimmick.
Oh
then he brought in that Olympic wrestler. Got his name.
Gable Stevenson.
There you go, that idiot.
He knows the thing. It's not even his fault though. They fucking had this dude trying to fill some shoes that he couldn't fill. It's like, come on now. It's like trying to sit there and say, hey, yo, this dude, a fucking Gatorade boy is gonna be the next Michael Jordan.
And like, here's the part that's kind of like what everybody's overlooking. You wanted the next Kurt Angle, and you wanted to make Gable Stevenson the next Kurt Angle. Okay, understandable.
No, it's not. It's not understandable at all.
It's really not. It's really not. You know why? Because
hold on.
WWE.
Let Black Soul finish. Let Black Soul. Go ahead, Black Soul.
But you already had him. You already had the next Angle, and that's and that's
Chad Gable.
Yeah, and that's Gable. You had him on the roster. You had him on the main roster. Just prep him up to be the dork that he is right now.
Yeah, but Vince is like, that's not enough beef for Vince, you know? It's not enough beef.
You want to hear something else that's crazy, though? WWE has tried to find the next Kurt Angle for years now, and they failed. They tried to do it with Jack Swagger. That failed. They tried to do it with Shelton Benjamin, which could have worked, but they didn't pull the trigger with him.
They didn't. No.
So they just gave up.
They fucked up Swagger because Swagger had a good thing going in ECW. I actually watched the ECW back then. I liked the douchebag.
Really? You watched that?
He was. Yeah, he was.
I watched it too.
Yeah, I like the douchebag jock thing that he had going on. But then as soon as he won the world title, he started wearing suits and they had like a Chris Jericho hybrid. It was like, just because you're a heel world champion doesn't mean you got to act like Orton, Edge, Jericho, and like let him continue to be what he was. And that's not what they did. It was a complete night and day thing, and he never recovered from that. You know,
do you know the day I stopped watching ECW?
Mm-hmm.
When that zombie came out. I was
like, that was the greatest promo ever. Shit.
When you stop watching?
The first episode.
The zombie with Sandman attack.
He had passed away years ago.
Really? He did?
He did.
I'm sorry. I usually don't rip on the dead.
No, you talking about the character.
So yeah,
you talking about the character, not the actual person.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like you. It's not like you Christian Cage or some shit.
You know what I find funny? You know what I find funny about Kurt Angle when he talks about his greatest matches? He talks about Benoit in a way like he's still alive. I don't know, just weird.
His matches with Benoit
talk about that guy.
His matches with Benoit were fire, though.
The part that tripped me out the most.
No, I know.
Fuck Bob, fucking demon right now.
The part that trips me out the most about Kurt Angle is that he never had a 5-star match, according to Dave Meltzer.
Oh shit!
I don't see. That is actually a fact, which is crazy to me. Because I can name a bunch of Kurt Angle matches that deserve that 5-star rating.
Would you say him versus Mr. Anderson in that cage match was a 5-star match?
Oh, absolutely.
I would, because I watched that match from start to finish just to be on the safe side. I gotta say that was a lit match. That was also one of Anderson's best matches for sure.
I think that was the best match.
That was his best match. That was his best match.
That was Anderson's best match of his whole career, bro.
Yeah.
I would definitely.
Dude, Kurt gave everybody their best match. He had a fucking 4-star match of Matt Morgan at Bound for Glory. I remember that shit.
And bro, he pumped out a great match with Matt Morgan, and Matt Morgan is not good at all. He's just a big generic dude.
To me, Kurt Angle has three 5-star matches.
I don't give a fuck what Meltzer says. Before Bobby Heenan lost his voice, he saw Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 21. And before Bobby lost his voice,
that was a great match.
Yeah,
that match needs more credit, man. That match was
Bobby
fun.
told JR that was the best match he had ever seen in his life up to that point. I would rather take that compliment from Bobby the Brain Heenan over any fucking rating Dave Meltzer does.
Bro, Dave Meltzer never gives accurate ratings. He breaks his own rating scale for Kenny Omega. Like he gave Okada and Kenny Omega fucking 6 or 7 stars. I'm like, bro,
he just does it probably for attention now. You know, you think
Pretty
just
much.
Yeah,
stir shit up.
And don't forget about the
Yeah.
street fight he had with Shane at King of the Ring. That was a 5-star match.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, when he almost ended Shane's
Fuck.
life. Talk about that one.
Dude almost died in that match. but
Concussion, broken fucking head.
We almost committed murder on live
I
pay-per-view.
think, would you say that was Shane McMahon's best match he ever had?
Yeah, for sure.
Shane
Shane had a lot
McMahon.
of. That's hard. That's hard. Shane had a lot of. He had a lot of. You know, here's the thing about Shane. Shane was weird. All the matches that didn't look good on paper turned out to be great, but then the matches that you thought would be okay sucked.
Suck ass.
Like as an example, that match he had with X-Pac at Mania 15 had no right being as good as it was. And that match he had with AJ Styles at WrestleMania had no right being as great as it was. I hate to say it, because AJ Styles, that was AJ Styles' best. That was AJ's best Mania match, and that's unfortunate. Like AJ has wrestled Taker at Mania, he's wrestled Edge at Mania, he's wrestled Orton at Mania, but the
He wrestled Jericho in his first match.
I can rival. I can rival AJ's prime to anybody else's prime, and they'll be equal towards each other. Like AJ at his best, AJ's best match with Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels was probably one of the best matches of that decade. Talking about
that triple threat match.
Yeah, the triple threat match for the X Division title.
Oh hell yeah! And
yeah,
it was Invincible, right?
Yeah, Invincible.
Yeah,
that was like
Unbreakable.
That was like one of the best matches of all time.
That match put TNA on the map for sure.
That match will never ever get old. Ever.
I don't think that match will ever be topped, man. No matches TNA have really ever followed that.
You know what? I'm gonna have to do my homework on that one.
But to me, there are 3 matches of Kurt Angle's that I'll automatically put in the 5-star rating. The first one was Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle, that cage match.
Ooh,
wow!
When he was dressed up like the MMA fighter.
Yeah, that MMA match that they had was probably. I thought that Shayna versus Ronda should have been on the same part as that because of 2 actual fighters.
Yeah, but they weren't.
It could have been if it was like in an actual cage, like in a gritty on the ground arena.
Yeah.
But that match, oh my god. Then the Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar match at Mania in Seattle.
Oh.
You know why people don't really talk about that match as much? Because that's when this dude
Lesnar killed himself.
Lesnar almost killed himself in that match.
But that match was great. It was a great match.
Yeah, Lesnar.
Then the final Kurt Angle match that I'll put automatically was that matchup he had against Eddie Guerrero. I believe.
Which one?
It was before the JBL match. The pay-per-view before
Was it WrestleMania 20?
I think so. When
is that the one where he beat Kurt Angle by loosening up his wrestling boot?
That one.
Yeah, that was WrestleMania 20. I remember that match.
Yeah,
that was
20.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Damn, I miss Eddie, man. Like nobody was like Eddie. This dude with that whole light sheet and steel gimmick, that shit was so refreshing. It was so refreshing. It was something so different.
I remember when Eddie would see the referee on the ground, he'll have this smile on his face.
Exactly. Like he would play it off like it was like somebody did a illegal move on him, and then he'll play it off like he's dead, and the opponent would be like, look at him. And he'd be in the background like, hola.
like he'll look at the crowd and think to himself, you done fucked up, right?
Man, damn, Eddie.
He would slam the chair onto the mat.
Yeah.
Or he'll toss it to the guy on the ground. And he'll just fall.
He did it to Mr. Anderson his last match. Yeah.
Eddie got a great point too. You know what I mean? And even though I think Benoit's a piece of shit, He has a point. Angle, Benoit, Jericho, any combo. Yes, that shit was cold.
Fucking Benoit and Angle got a standing ovation at the Royal Rumble. I remember that match.
Yeah,
Benoit versus Angle. I remember that they would never have a bad match. Like that was pure wrestling.
Like another match that's probably like never really talked about, but I still find it to be a great match. Do you guys remember the 7-match series between Benoit and
Booker T?
Oh, Booker.
Like
you talking about Finley or which one?
No, the one with Benoit and Booker T. That 7-match series.
You gotta be more specific because they had one in WWF and WCW.
No, I'm talking about the WCW one, the very first one.
Okay, yeah, that shit was brutal.
Like nobody really talked about that. They talked about the WWE one, and
no, the WWF one, or matter of fact, that was WWE at the time. That was good too. But the WCW one was hungry.
Don't get me wrong, but the WCW one was better.
No, the WCW
of course it was.
The WCW one was definitely better. That match because that was when both guys were really establishing themselves as single stars, man.
Right.
That match was great.
Vince would have had a heart attack.
I'm sitting here now, and just all kinds of matches just popped in my head. So I've never cared about fucking ratings, but I don't know what the fuck Dave or any of these fans are talking about. I remember in the early days of the brand split, Angle and Benoit had a fucking great tag match with Edge and Rey Mysterio for the tag team titles. I remember there was a match.
Oh, wait. Was that in 2002? The one in 2000, that was in 2002. Benoit and Angle were the tag champions. They faced Edge and Mysterio. Wow. That match was voted match of the year in 2002.
Yeah, so say something again, so because you was glitching up a little bit.
Okay, testing.
You sound perfect now. You sound perfect. You did.
Yeah. I was remembering that match. I remember there was a match he had in TNA. It was him and AJ against Kaz and Daniels. It was a tag match at Slammiversary 2012. That was a good fucking tag team match. I remember he had a great match with Taker at No Way Out.
About the one that the Kaz and Daniels won, right? Talking about that one?
No, AJ and Kurt won. They won that one.
They won?
Yeah.
Oh no! They lost the triple threat. They lost the triple threat with Hernandez and Chavo.
Chavo. Yeah, I remember the fans were upset about that.
Yeah, that shit was random.
What did Meltzer rate Sting versus Hardy? What was that Road Wild? What was that, 2 crack pipes? What the hell was that one?
I'll look it up now.
Probably negative star.
You wrong for that.
While he looks that up, I want to talk about that tournament that AEW is doing right now.
Oh, Joe's running through it.
Yeah, it's like this is the most weakest tournament I ever fucking seen. I'm like, yo,
it's not necessarily weak. It's just predictable. Like it's going to end up with
it's super predictable.
It's Joe versus Roddy Strong in this.
Hey, it got -1 star.
I'm gonna say negative. Yeah, -1.
Yeah, that shit was fucking Brody Jr. before he was alive. Holy shit!
Oh my god,
Brody Jr. before he was even thought about.
Now that
he was a twinkle in Brody's eye.
That's the most accurate rating he's ever given.
Yeah, there's bathroom break matches. That was an overdose match. Just overdose yourself and die.
Bro, you can literally.
Who remembers one night stand, the night that JBL was drunk as fuck?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that shit? He almost pushed Joe Gertner off the balcony.
I remember the promo that Kurt Angle had when they were chanting "You suck dick," pause. And Kurt Angle said, "Your mother taught me how."
Yeah, I was like, pause.
I was like, wait a minute.
Like, what type of time this dude is on saying that silly shit?
Oh man,
I laughed so hard as soon as I heard that.
Shit, we'll never have times like that again when it comes to real ECW shit. You know,
Bro, they
there was
would never.
copycats and imitators, but it was just a timing. I'll
Bro,
never get tired of saying this story when I was still in the Bronx, and ECW used to come on late nights, Friday, like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
I remember that living in California. But the funniest part was that like I didn't know what it was. Like I was like, what the hell are all these dudes just like lambasting people with chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys going through like 5 tables and shit. Tommy Dreamer getting choked by 911.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Because at that time, I didn't have no cable. You know what I'm saying? I had no cable at the time. And it was like that one night, me and my brother, we was just smoking spliffs and shit. We fucked up channel surfing. And we just happened to see, like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, rest? What the hell is WWF doing on this time of night? Wait, hold on, this ain't WWF. What is this?
Like, I remember
my earliest memory of ECW was seeing Raven face the Pit Bulls, and what I thought was so cool as a kid was Joey Styles referred to them as Pitbull number 1 and Pitbull number 2. Like, they didn't even have names. It was just Pitbull 1, Pitbull 2, and
Francine.
Yeah,
Francine.
I
remember Francine was with them.
Yeah, Francine got like I think Shane Douglas like gave her a spine buster through the table or something.
Yeah.
I was like fucking 7 or 8, and like my dad walked in. He was like, "What are you watching?"
I'm saying Rhea Ripley want to beat on dudes. Let her be around at that time.
Rhea's in the wrong era. If she had been around back then, man, it would have been. She would have. You think she's big now? She would have been like huge.
You think she would have been more popular than China?
Who remembers?
Absolutely. She would have surpassed China for sure.
She probably would have surpassed China.
And like, tell me, or like, this will prove you guys' wrestling memories. Who remembers this? Who remembers when Rhino pile drive Francine through a table?
Yeah.
That was like a weekly thing for Rhino, though.
What about fucking when Dreamer fucking nailed Raven with the chair when he's chained up to the cage? Holy shit, that was a chair shot.
Yeah, he ate that.
Speaking of Raven, yo,
you talk about eating chair shots. Good lord!
Actually, today's Raven's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! I knew he was a September baby. Yeah, I knew he was a Virgo.
Raven's a Virgo. Go figure.
Go figure.
I never knew that.
I watched that clip when that Stan choked him out and he still cut the promo. Oh, fucking Raven.
Like, here's a what if. Like, here's a what if, Toph. And like, I'm not trying to steal your segment, but here's a what if. What if Kurt Angle would have never saw that crucifixion in ECW that night?
If he never saw the crucifixion,
and he signed with ECW.
Yeah, because remember, he's supposed to get signed to ECW.
Yeah, he would have worked some matches, but he would have went to WWE.
He still would have gone to WWE. Like,
because
we know now with the benefit of hindsight that Paul Lee had a low key relationship with WWF. To those who don't know, Vince was privately giving ECW money the entire time. ECW was basically a low key feeder system to WWF. That's why guys like Al Snow went back to ECW. That's where he found the head gimmick. Remember? So So the timeline may have been different. Maybe Kurt would have made it to WWF like maybe a little bit later, or maybe it would have been a little bit earlier. But in the end, it would have been the same result still.
They could have had some good matches, Taz and fucking Angle in ECW. That would have been kind of cool.
Oh, that would have been a classic.
That would have been pretty cool to see that.
Shit, I was watching this podcast. Speaking of Taz, I was watching this podcast yesterday. I forgot their name, but they was interviewing this dude, Devon Dudley, for the 1,000th episode of Impact, and he was throwing shots at Taz.
They always throw shots at each other, man.
No, but the funniest person on commentary, or a person who's equal to Booker T, is Taz.
Yeah,
Taz's commentary is great.
Man. I don't know if you guys seen the video. I just was like a fucking shared screen, man, because it's like everything I want to play. Right? I want to give motherfuckers, the visual and be more in depth. With, with the content. But it's like, but every video I fucking post or pick, here comes YouTube. Hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. Acting like a punk bitch.
Hey, like I said,
I don't know if you guys seen these dudes was dining out. Booker T, who else? MVP, and this dude here, Bummy Dollar.
Table for three. That table for
They was dining out. Hold on. They was dining out at Trill Burgers. I don't know if you guys know about Trill Burgers from the rapper Bun B from UGK. Like I know you know about Trill Burgers, TKO. Like they was basically they was dining out, these dudes, MVP, Booker T, and Family Dollar.
Family Dollar. Oh yeah. That's so cool about what's so cool about Top Dollar? Now that the Shockmaster and rest in peace, he does have the biggest botch ever in wrestling. So there you go. Rest in peace.
Shit, maybe Bun B is hiring. Maybe Bun B could give this dude Top Dollar a damn job.
Top Dollar. Future Endeavor Dollar.
Hit Row need to be fired, man.
Skid Row.
Like go back, I knew they weren't going to be nothing without Swerve, and I was completely right.
Or they're more than nothing without Swerve.
They dropped the ball with that, man. That guy's doing good, man. Swerve and AEW. I like him.
I know the Adonis guy is all right, but Top Dollar sucks. And what's the chick's name?
B-Fab.
She shouldn't even be on TV. She needs to be on NXT. So really, fire Top Dollar and send the Ashanti dude and the fat chick back to NXT and repackage them as something else.
He funny. He said Henny God said, man, and Top Dollar should battle. On some real G shit, track for track, I will annihilate Top Dollar. He's not fucking with me.
He rapping Top Dollar?
Top Dollar's not even
Hell yeah, you never heard Top Dollar rap? Yeah, that's his gimmick. He's a rapper.
Oh, he's good.
Why doesn't he do it on TV then?
He did. He did it a lot of times. Well, not as of late, but he used to do it. They used to do a lot on NXT.
Dude couldn't rap Christmas presents. Fuck that.
Like you stupid. He actually from before he had spit some bars towards this dude. Fuck is this dude name again? The dude that we doing the halal. Damn, what the fuck? I'm mad I forgot this nigga's name. Not Muhammad Hassan, the new version of Muhammad Hassan. That's with Shanky and them.
Gender?
Gender, yeah.
The gender?
Yeah, he had spit some bars towards Jinder Mahal from before. That's why they got fired actually the first time. They had got fired the first time because WWE didn't approve of the battle rap or the bars or whatever that he sent towards this dude Jinder Mahal. And this dude is so fucking stupid. Instead of this dude Bummy Dollar asking management, hey, can I spit these bars towards Jinder Mahal and basically put it out on social media? Instead of him asking them, he asked Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal's not your boss, you fucking moron.
That's the difference between Vince and Tony Khan.
I thought he was fired for the. I thought he was fired for the BFAB thing, but I guess that could have played a part.
No, it was that because he was going above and beyond his contract. So they sat his goofy ass down.
But see, man, that's the difference. That's the difference between Vince and Tony Khan. Vince has no problem showing his pimp hand.
Yeah, but track for track, Henny God, I will murk that dude, Top Dollar. Like he's all right, but I'm too much of a savage.
I already know he's stupid because of that one tweet where that he did against the Bucks, where he was trying to insinuate that like they don't really have a shoe collection that was whatever the fuck it was. It was like, why would you alienate yourself from another company? Not just you, but now you're going to alienate people that are associated with you as well. It's a miracle Swerve even got hired. In hindsight, that wasn't smart. Like, you should never, ever like want to alienate another place where you could potentially find work. That was just not smart on his part. So,
like, was it?
And he ended up getting fired after that shit too. So that shit didn't age well.
Like, wasn't the Bucks on a shoe complex?
Yeah.
The
shoes.
They got a sponsorship on those on shoes, man. So they could
so
literally.
I don't know what the hell he was even talking about.
No, he's talking about this dude Top Dollar. I know he's talking about not the Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks.
But the Young Bucks got a whole shoe sponsorship. They could literally get the newest shit out before they even drop in the stores. So
yeah, like they stay wearing Jordans and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's smart business.
Realistically, they got more shoes than Top Dollar will ever see in his life. If you really want to be technical about it.
Don't they got the Super Kick Party Jordans? I think they do, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. They cut. Those
it
are
sounds to
custom
me like
made
Top
for
Dollar's
them.
just mad that the Bucks fucking marketed it to make money off of it. It's like
the biggest slap to the face to Jordans was when they did that exploding shoe.
And I'll beat the shit out of him too, Ballet. Yeah, the ring, the fucking booth. That dude Top Dollar don't want no fucking smoke. I'll beat the shit out of this dude, and after that, I'll make a track and cut his ass up, guillotine style, early. He's a bum.
You gotta pull up that PW Hustle clip when Top Dollar botched that spot. That's the funniest fucking clip.
Yeah, that was great.
I love that fucking PW Hustle fucking video.
You know what I watched the other day?
We're going back.
You know what movie I watched the other day and I was laughing my ass off? I watched Rocky 3 the other day.
Oh, jeez, Thunderlord.
I love Rocky 3.
It's just the funniest shit I've seen in my life.
Yeah, she got a T-shirt, Mr. T. Hey, woman, won't you be with a real man? I'm like, oh shit! I started laughing like, what? I gotta get that shirt. Hey, woman.
Yo, if they get Miro and Hobbs, fuck! If they get Miro and Hobbs to go the Mr. T Rocky direction, where Hobbs is like, hey CJ, why don't you spend a night for real, man?
Oh my god!
What they should do with them? They should be a tag team. Fuck that! I'm going there.
I don't want to see.
I said it the other day too.
Bro, and they just brought fucking Miro's wife on AEW. I don't want to see any shit like that. Because clearly they didn't learn from the Lana Lashley storyline. Fuck out of here.
That was a good match though. It was really good. It was the first and only match I've ever heard the crowd chant "meat." You know, Vince had a fucking cardiac arrest watching that match.
Oh my lord! I don't want to see. I don't want to see that.
Vince needed CPR for that match. Holy shit, meat chant.
They went from that to doing that terrible wedding between those two, and then they go from that to having Lana get put through a table like 8 times by Nia Jax every week.
When Mr. T,
I'm telling you, I'm like, yo, my dude, what are you doing? Wake the fuck up, and you know what? I'm not. You already know, B. It just killed me. This dude standing there looking fucking retarded.
Like, I started laughing immediately when I heard Mr. T say, "Don't give him a statue, give him guts."
Give him guts.
I was like, "Oh shit, these are the good old days." And then he beat the shit out of Rocky. Then
he murdered Rocky. And Mick tried to tell him. Mick was like, "Look at Rocky. You've been fighting bums ever since. This guy's a monster."
He's like, "Shut up."
Right
You'll
there,
knock me into tomorrow, Rock.
Then he had to go all the way to California with Apollo Creed and run gay on the beach with him. You know, like,
Yo, that scene was mad pause. Remember the cameraman? The cameraman closing up on their short shorts. I'm like, yo, what type of time the cameraman is on?
that was Patterson. Patterson was on the studio that day.
Yeah. Patty was the fucking director.
What they did.
I've always said before, and the thing about it too is we got to give it credit because we talked about it earlier in the year when the whole shit happened with Punk and Mox. Rocky 3, when it's all said and done, it's not even my favorite Rocky movie. Rocky 4 is my favorite one, but when it's all said and done, Rocky 3 is probably the most important movie ever as far as pro wrestling is concerned, because without Rocky 3, you don't get WrestleMania.
Sure.
Yeah, because he got fired from AWA, right? Or no, he got fired from WWF, Hogan, for being in that movie. And then he brought him back. Back.
Because that movie, the success of that movie, that led to Mr. T's popularity, which then led to him in that tag match at the first WrestleMania. And then Hogan's cameo in the movie just added more to the Hulkamania presentation. So
Hogan almost fucked up the first WrestleMania, choking that guy out and made him bust his head open.
Oh yeah, the dude from Law and Order.
Jesus Christ.
What they did to Apollo Creed alone in Rocky 4, they beat like Drago beat the dog shit out of him.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. Like, oh shit. Like, even if he,
I wanted to say something real quick, right? Because you know what, fuck that. I'm gonna let everybody know the cat's out the bag, right? Because ballet dancer and I think it was Henny God. Basically, a few people was asking about Marcus, right? Let me clear my throat for this one. Right. And you know what I mean? Like, look, it just is what it is with him. Like, he got excommunicated. Excommunicated means he's done over here. And this was a long time coming, I guess you could say, because he was becoming somewhat of a nuisance, right? And I told him constantly just chill, whatever the case may be. And he just kept doing what he was doing. You know what I mean? It was light. It was light from afar, you know what I mean? And he was being annoying, yes. But I was still like, you know what? I feel my dude passion for wrestling, so I'm gonna let him rock. When shit started getting out of hand is when excuse me, when shit started getting out of hand is basically he started being a little bit too, I guess, nosy, I guess you could say.
Animated.
Yeah, that too.
A better word.
And I told him, all right, for instance, he was like, oh, who am I texting? He asked me, who am I texting, right? And I'm like, well, none of your fucking business. I told him straight up, none of your fucking business. Like, you don't need to know who I'm texting. And from there, that's when shit went completely left. Oh, Sam, man, don't talk to me like that. I'm a grown man. First and foremost, I wasn't even being disrespectful. I'm letting you know it's none of your fucking business. Then, long story short, he tried to allude to that, like, I'm threatening him, and he wanted to get his family involved, talking about I'm threatening him and his family. So I just cut it short, and that was it. There's more into it, but I'm just basically putting it in layman's terms because I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, I'm just not gonna give y'all an update, whatever the case may be. I don't have no gripe towards him at all. I really don't, but I'm just not with it, especially when it comes to I ain't threaten this man, nothing. I told him about himself, and that was it. And he didn't, and it didn't come off good, I guess, to his ears, and that was it. So, and especially when it comes to that threatening shit, I ain't threatening you, my dude. And I take that shit very serious because, you know, him being who he is, I will be looked at as a bully. And y'all know damn well I'm not no fucking bully. But that's what happened with Marcus.
So basically, we can call you Joe the Fruit Guy from Seinfeld. He's banned. You banned.
No soup for you. No soup for you.
Banned.
Remember that soup Nazi?
No Nazi. No soup for you. Come back 1 year. Come back 1 year.
Yeah, like that's basically what it is. Like I don't have no gripe towards him. It's just you know.
Still the best one was with Snuggles when he said something and Toph goes,
"Oh,
I ain't starting with your shit today." That was the best one. I'm not saying with your shit today.
Oh yeah, well,
it was so funny.
That shit was hilarious.
I was fucking dying. I'm not taking your shit today.
Snuggles is doing the worst. Yo, WWE is great. Oh, this is great. Everything is just great. I'm like, my dude, what the fuck are you watching? You gotta be trolling. You have to be trolling.
Yeah. Dude got like merchandise deal. I always joked that he was getting checks and merchandise from WWE. I'm like, what? Oh, Raw was great this week. Every fucking episode of Raw was great.
Yeah. And then, the Undertaker should win Money in the Bank. He got special power. Like, get your goofy ass up out of it. Now with him, it's completely different. He came out his fucking face towards me. And I'm like, my nigga, you won't even talk to me like that if I was to see you face to face. Get your goofy ass up out of here.
Where he lost me was when he was saying stuff like Charlotte Flair has a bigger ass than Trinity. I was like, dude. I was like, dude, man, just fucking overdose somewhere.
Nah.
Damn, Toe. Damn.
That?
Hope is cold blooded. Go overdose somewhere.
I mean, Charlotte is the horse woman. I mean, come on.
She got a fucking horse neck.
In the face.
Yeah. And it's been a few motherfuckers that have been excommunicated here. It happens. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like, I'm very respectful. I may crack my jokes here and there. It's light. You know what I'm saying? But when motherfuckers want to get disrespectful and shit like that for no fucking reason, you can kick rocks.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that was with me and King Mike earlier this week.
Oh man, yeah, that was I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't a good look. From what you told me, that wasn't a good look on his behalf. I don't know what type of time he on. Like my dude, come on now. Go ahead, Black.
Like basically, like what he did, or let me just make a long story short. He said that if Bryan Danielson if Bryan Danielson ends up in a wheelchair, then he'll be happy.
Oh my god! What
that
the hell?
I heard him say that too. Yeah.
That I said, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, you don't wish injury upon people. Like, that's not right. That's not okay. And then I said on Tuesday that I like King Mike, that I respect King Mike. Everybody would agree that I said that. He had a live stream yesterday. I said, what up? To him. I was the only person on the live stream. He made a mission to ignore me. So I said, okay, you have gray in your fucking beard and you're fucking ignoring me? Okay, then fine. I'm too old for this shit. You go sit on your side. You go sit on your side. You have your nation. But if your nation falls off, don't come back here. Don't come back here because you will have a major problem with me. That's me being straight up. I don't care. I came back from a lot of shit in my life. Fighting you would be no different.
You want to fight him? I don't think it's that serious that you want to fight him. It's not that serious.
No. Like, get into an argument with me, that would be no different than everything that I've been through.
Be like 3 o'clock high.
Yo, shut up, man. Yo, that was my shit though. 3 o'clock.
I know, that movie was good. Yeah. I know, that was a good movie. I used to love that one.
So if you want to come through, but we're gonna have a debate the second that you do.
And like I was saying from before, ain't nobody gonna pile on him and try to, nah. Black Song wanted the debate, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? We would just fall back and just hear the debate. But he declined, so it just is what it is. Can't force nobody to come through.
What was the debate? Debate what subject? The Danielson shit?
Yeah.
Oh God, come on. Unless Danielson did something to your family where you fucking hurt your family, no, you don't wish death or injury on anybody. Come on. The fuck?
Yeah, I agree.
Shit.
I agree.
Even that's still going too far.
Like we crack out with jokes and shit, but come on now.
I mean, I wanted New Jack to fight Cena, but I didn't want him to kill him and just bust him open.
Yeah, I knew he was trying to weasel that shit in the balls. Like, man, but it just is what it is, People, wrestling, people gotta remember, wrestling is very objective. It is very objective. You're gonna have our own opinion.
It's still real to me, damn it.
No. You gotta say the full sentence. I just want to thank you guys for everything you've done for your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it. Take it easy, man.
Cornette, who's on that panel? Cornette, Funk, I remember. I'm like, they're probably like, what a fucking mark. This guy.
The best part is right when he starts speaking, there's like a lady sitting behind them on the bleachers, and she starts laughing. So she already knew what was coming.
No.
I heard that AEW is trying to sue Cornette.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Is that legit?
Oh, because of the story about one of the Bucks' wife. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because that's
one of the Bucks' wife. What?
That's slander. Yeah. I sent the thing. I sent the thing the other day. Remember the little photo.
Oh, that's the thing. I didn't get to check it out. You probably sent it to me when I was at work.
Hold on. Let me. Oh, damn. Let me find it.
It's an article.
No. It was a Reddit thing that was going around on.
So like a thread.
Yeah, about like this allegation against one of their wives. I'm scrolling through the thing now. It may take a few seconds because we posted it a few days ago.
If Cornette, if Cornette says something about Jericho's wife being in the Capitol, I'm like, okay, it's all true.
Oh God,
you can't deny it.
Yeah, Jericho. What was your wife on January 6th? Yeah.
But if the Bucks' wife did something stupid and nobody really knows about it,
well, the Bucks can't do anything wrong. They're good Christian boys, right? I love that Kevin Owens speech he did in that little indie shit thing with Adam Cole. You're a piece of shit, but I'm a piece of shit too, and pieces of shit.
Okay, I got it right here. So this is from Reddit.
Okay.
This was a thread that went viral on Reddit, and then it started going viral on Twitter. And this was just a speculation thing, but this came from a YouTube thing that Jim Cornette did. I'll read it here. We all know the absolute facts regarding the MVPs and poor management in AEW and how the MVPs and Jericho see certain people as threats to their direct line to TK's wallet. From what I see, I think AEW couldn't release Punk after the first incident with the Bucks, so the return was planned after the injury and everyone cooled down. But in the meantime, Mega, that's the wife, engineered fucking with Punk and pushing his buttons in a way she knew he would become livid, including the BS about not sending a car for him, thus raising his tension level. Then they selected a stooge in the form of nobody Jack Perry to stir more shit up and funnel Punk into a scenario where they could finally fire him on their terms. And with that incredibly fake forced statement by TK on the matter, all their online stooges are mobilized to slam Punk, praise Jungle Idiot, praise TK, and claim the Chicago show was amazing without Punk and how much the Chicago crowd loved it without Punk. Even negative posts are being deleted. My posts being constructively critical of AEW were deleted at the official sub and at Squirt Circle. The Stooge Wrestling channels / fake wrestling news Carney Media are also out in force. Also, how is TK not a laughing stock of the industry right now and claiming his life was in danger? It's like these morons are exchanging one lawsuit for wrongful termination with another lawsuit for slander. I can't wait to see Punk's eventual response about the situation, but this whole thing looks like it was engineered by a Mark lawyer in the form of MAGA, and I think we should all be focusing our attention more closely on her.
Wow.
So then Christopher,
who wrote that? Who wrote that
this
piece?
This was something that Cornette said. So this was a copy and paste, like verbatim of the words. And so then Christopher Daniels, the VP, he's I believe he's the talent of
relations. He's EVP of talent.
He's there, John Laurinaitis.
Right. So Daniels, who's a quiet guy, he never says anything, never does anything. Of all the years I've watched wrestling, has never ever caused a negative stir whatsoever.
No,
and him on Twitter.
Twitter. Right?
Yeah. So this is what he posted on Twitter on September 6th, and all he said was, "I've kept my mouth shut about a lot of things in this past year, but the unsubstantiated garbage I've read in the past few days about AEW's chief legal officer is an embarrassment to anyone sprouting it. Absolutely the last person who should be qualified to give their opinion on this situation. Thank you."
And again, there's a lot of connecting dots to this story. And if it's not
true, for the sake of argument, I'll play devil's advocate. Let's pretend that everything that Jim Cornette just said is true. Let's pretend that it is a setup and that they really did set him up. Even if that's true, at the end of the day, Punk has to take the bait. That's like if you go to school and someone tries to cause a fight with you, or you go to work and someone tries to, cause a fight with you at your job. Even if they're doing it on purpose, you still have to take the bait. If you don't take the bait, then nothing's going to happen. And so
here's the question, Toph. And if you want to answer it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. But wouldn't Punk have a massive lawsuit? Wouldn't he win a massive lawsuit if that's the case? If they're continuously trying to bait him, and he finally takes the bait and they fire him for it?
Well,
wouldn't that be wrongful termination?
Well, if they have him assaulting on camera, which it sounds like they do, there's no way out of this for him. Even if you're bullied at school or if you're bullied at the workplace and someone keeps giving you shit, they can be reprimanded for it. But if you're the one that physically assaulted them, regardless, you're still going to get some kind of punishment at the end of the day.
Okay. Like I was just asking.
Oh yeah.
The thing that doesn't make any sense. There was what was that story this past week that Punk said he wanted to probably leave and go be in WrestleMania 39 and Royal Rumble and face Owens and shit. So it didn't really matter. He probably wanted to get out. He's probably. And then he's pissed. He said the last straw is when the Elite re-signed the Bucks and Omega. So that was the last straw basically. So. Punk was probably looking.
I didn't hear that before. That's the first time.
They weren't. Their contracts were running out. They were never not going to re-sign with the company.
Like I said, there's a lot of connecting dots to this story. We got to find out which dots connect to the right story.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out down the road, or maybe we won't until Punk says something, or maybe we won't. But right now we're just going off of what we read and assume.
Speculation. Just give Vince out of power. Let him fucking retire and get Triple H and Tony Khan. Make a big match. Hell in a Cell.
It looks like according to some people, it looks like that if Punk was to come back, it's not up to Vince. And that's probably the most surprising part of the.
Yeah, it's going to be up to this dude.
Isn't Vince still recovering from that surgery or whatever it was?
Probably.
Supposedly, yeah.
But the chances of him going to WWE are better now that the merger with the UFC.
Yeah, well,
that's not
that might
a
help
lot
Punk
of people. Yeah, but a lot of
remember
people.
JD? I don't know if
back.
y'all heard this dude JD was saying that Vince McMahon is pretending to have the surgery. I'm like, damn, JD, like it's not that.
No, he did that with the steroid trial with the neck surgery, man. He was trying to find, fuck.
That neck
He just immediately happened to have a surgery or accident before he got to go to court.
Yeah. So
so
yeah, when you put it that way, when you put it that way, you're right.
Yeah, so it's
the next one's gonna be in a fucking iron lung. Vince is in court with an iron fucking lung.
Who remembers
so it's not uncommon, bro.
Who remembers when Vince came back? When Vince came back on Monday Night Raw, like the first Raw, with Vince coming back after the steroid trial, and Macho Man walked up to him, grabbed him by the shoulder, and said, Vince just knocked out the U.S. government. Pin them 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
I always remember it's a depressing day, but the Vince clip that will forever live in my head was, unfortunately the night that Owen died, where he was at that conference after, and that interviewer was asking her the question, and he was like, "First of all, I don't appreciate your tone."
I hear your tone. Bob Costas was good too. He had a couple of good ones.
Oh yeah, he bullied. That was a bad look.
And another guy too. There was some other guy too that he had an interview. He fucking went off on him. I don't remember the guy's name.
Like the best part about Bret Hart was the way he said Owen when he was mad at Owen. He was like, Owen, what the fuck? Like he would say it. Like he would say it with so much.
I used to love Bret when he used to say "in the SummerSlam" instead at the SummerSlam.
Yeah, he was pronounced everything to a T, every single syllable.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel, and in your house, cold day in hell.
Word.
WCW.
I like Nash's last match.
I don't know if you guys heard, but this dude Snitsky, he's in MLW now.
That's actually
really
nice. Yeah, Snits, he actually is in pretty good shape, honestly.
He was a bodyguard for A-Rod, I remember back in the day.
He got Bianca Belair's braid as his beard.
Is that long?
Dude's got that dude's beard is crazy long. That's crazy.
It's not my fault.
Dude looks like this dude looks like Master Roshi.
Each time I see Snitsky, it reminds me of the Scott Steiner promo when he was talking about Ric Flair. We said, "How about you fix your crooked yellow teeth?"
Oh yeah, he don't got the green teeth anymore. He's just a regular human being now.
Thank God.
He's definitely up there for dumbest gimmicks, but still, nothing takes Heidenreich raping Michael Cole in the back. Though.
Oh God!
Oh my Lord! Oh my God!
Who was directing that? Vince or Patterson or both? Oh my God!
Even worse, why did Cole agree to that?
Shit, man, that dude. Remember, he was the new. I guess you could say the new Hawk in Legion of Doom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They were the tag team champions on SmackDown. Him and Animal.
Yeah,
he always read poems.
Yeah, the disaster piece.
He read one
of his poems, the disaster piece.
He read one to Vince, and apparently,
I ain't gonna lie though. The gimmick with the poems and shit, it could have worked with somebody different
as a heel.
Yeah, like especially when he was beating people up and he was saying, "That's my friend." Like how you beat people up and tell them that's your friend. Like,
oh man,
I remember when try to think of it. Okay. Like I remember when Vince used to do like all these stupid shit, especially in commentary. When he wouldn't know the name of the movie, he'd go like, "What a maneuver!
What a maneuver!"
Yeah.
Oh, the near falls. 1, 2, and no.
1, 2, and no. I remember when JR you said like, you don't know any moves, don't you, Bits?
Nah, yo, fucking Jerry King Lawler's jokes from before was oh my, like
he would
WWF time. I
bro,
remember the time he was like,
now if he said any of that shit today.
Right, he would get canceled immediately. I remember it was this one time he was talking about Goldust.
Yeah, flaming
He was like, yeah, I heard Goldust's parents. I heard Goldust's father wanted a son, and his mother wanted a girl, and they were both satisfied.
Bro, he literally called Goldust a faggot on TV. Like, how did he oh my god!
The King's material on Bret Hart in Canada alone would get him.
He was ruthless.
And what did you call your daughter? Dakota? You should have named her Target, because I heard everybody in that line had a shot at it.
Oh god!
But here's the part that's probably the most that shows karma is real. He talked all that shit about Canadians, and guess who saved him from that heart attack?
Canadian, yeah.
Canadian doctor.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes. Ironic, right?
That was creepy. That heart attack.
I still remember that night perfectly. That was like, I think that was my birthday or the day before.
It was live on Raw. I'll never forget that.
I remember that too.
Like, you heard him, he was snoring real loud.
That was the end of Cole's heel turn.
Ziggler used to do that little. Ziggler used to do that thing where he would continually do the
elbow drop,
an elbow like on your chest over and over and over. And I always wondered if that didn't help things, because he stopped doing that move. He doesn't do it. I mean, it's been years, but he stopped doing it after that.
Yeah, because didn't he have a match? He did that to Lola also, right?
Yeah, it was a tag match. It was like Jerry and Orton against Ziggler and somebody else. I forgot who.
Was Ziggler and Cole?
No. It was somebody else.
Yeah,
but that night was the end.
Crazy. Like, I remember, I forgot who I was watching it with, but we was laughing like, "Yo, look at that! Raw so boring. This dude, Jerry the King Lawler, fell asleep during the live, and come to figure out he was having a heart attack." Like,
that night was the end of Cole's heel turn.
Yeah.
That was.
I feel bad for Cole. That might have been a real scary experience for him. Like live, right then and there, be right next to you having a heart attack. It's like, what do you do?
What's scarier was like when they finally got the deal done with Warrior. Their plan originally was they wanted him to wrestle one more match, but he said no because he said he couldn't do it. They wanted him to wrestle Batista, because Batista always had influences of Warrior. He would always
just shaking the ropes,
Yeah. So they really tried to get him to, do one match, and Warrior was.
Yeah, that heart attack didn't get him. Batista surely would.
Right.
I'm sad that he went out like that, Warrior. But I'm definitely wasn't here for that match. I could pass on that one. I'm definitely not trying to see no damn Batista versus Ultimate Warrior. I'm good. But God rest Warrior's soul.
No selling the pedigree.
I'm pretty sure Batista would have won for that no way anyway.
The person that would have gotten Triple H would have been Gunther if they would have went through with that Gunther versus Triple H match. One chop alone from Gunther would have ended Triple H's life.
You dark. That's a dark one. You dark for that one. Damn.
But it's true.
One chop.
You can't say that I'm wrong. You can't say that I'm wrong though.
You think Gunther's gonna win the Rumble? I think they're really pulling for that.
I don't see why he can at this point. And speaking of Gunther,
that's the only guy I think they should beat Roman right now is Gunther. I don't care. I mean, shit, you want your next big superstar.
You got to think of it too. This is why. Remember, I was saying from before a couple of shows ago that I like how WWE is priming ourselves for the fall and winter and all that shit. Like they're all building new potential Rumble winners. We got LA Knight. You got Jay Uso. You know what I'm saying? You got some other potential. Of course, you got the you Cody Rhodes, Gunther's, but there's no people that you see like Chad Gable. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought that up, Sam, man. Just based off what I saw on SmackDown tonight, man, they got a long way to go, Jimmy. Because right now, I'm just gonna be honest. It's very early. It's just week 2.
No, I said Jay, not Jimmy.
I know.
Yeah,
okay. I'm just saying, just based on what I'm seeing so far, I know it's just week 2. Jimmy's already Patterson and Briscoe status, and not in a good way. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Black Saw say Marty Jannetty status right now.
Marty Jannetty.
He's a bum right now.
Yeah, I mean, he just had a match with AJ Styles, and I'm like, you can't pump out if you can't look good against AJ. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, that match sucked.
It didn't. It didn't suck, but it definitely wasn't as good as it should have been.
So that means it sucked.
That's no good. Like, it's not unbearable to watch, but it's just like, you know.
Like, to me, AJ's always been. To me, he's top 5, not all time, but he's top 5 of this era.
No, yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely. Which is why I'm saying, if you can't have a good match against AJ, I don't.
Well, he's got to work on his cardio. I was watching the match, and he was doing the thing that like Orton used to do when Orton was green. Like where like there's putting someone in a headlock to cool down the match. Then there's putting someone in a headlock because like you're tired. And he kept putting AJ like in a headlock again and again and again. It was like,
so he blew up. So Jimmy Uso blows up fast.
Yeah. Jay's got the cardio that he does. He always has.
His liver's probably shot being drunk all the time.
If you go back, if you look at like a lot of matches.
I can't with Nate. You
go and you look at a lot of Uso matches, it's always Jay that got the hot tag, not Jimmy, because Jay had better cardio. Jimmy was the one that was always kind of like getting the
Jay was a firecracker,
right? And Jay would come in and do the super kicks and the splashes. Like Jay's just a better athlete. Period.
And Toph, what did that remind you of? Who started off every single Rockers match? Marty.
Oh yeah.
You're right, Black Star. You're right, buddy. You're right.
You're right. Yeah.
So how would you guys book Jay then? Jay Uso. You see Jay Uso, he's going through his complications. He's basically trying to get accepted in the Raw locker room.
Jay versus Priest.
Well, first off, Jay Uso.
The only direction you go.
Well, first off, Jay Uso is already massively over as it is. So, and it looks like his first feud, more or less, will probably be with Judgment Day. So
Jay versus Priest for the belt.
He can systematically go through the Judgment Day, and then probably some kind of multi-man match at Survivor Series or something like that, maybe.
Jay versus Priest for the belt. That's the only direction you go in.
Priest is not ready, bro. I'm sorry. He's not. It hit me even more. It hit me even more today. Like I can tell you that Priest isn't ready. It's not that he's in a bad spot, but like what hurts him to me is like you're Money in the Bank briefcase holder, but there's so many other people on the roster that are more over than he is. Like LA Knight's more over than he is. They're cutting a promo. Dom has more heat than he does, and granted, Dom has more heat than most people, but still, Gunther has more heat than he does. Even guys like Grayson Waller and Theory get more like reactions than he does. It's just like this
what
dude
sucks,
just
and
matter.
I'm just being honest about it. What sucks about it is that Priest won the Money in the Bank at exactly the wrong time.
Yeah,
if he would have won it last year and cashed in last year, everybody would have went hype for his win and his cashing.
I don't think he's bad. I mean, he's a good wrestler, good look. He can talk. He's marketable. He's just not at that level where I can see him as like if you were to do a title match not tomorrow, like this coming Raw, if you did some, I don't know, random tag match, Seth and Cody versus, the Judgment Day again or whatever. And then when the match is over, Damian Priest cashes in, he's new champion. Like Would people believe that? I don't think so. I just don't
I
think
don't
he's ready.
even. We don't even know if Priest is going to even cash in successfully or not.
Who
But he
tells
still
you
has
that?
time. Here's the thing that we spoke about too, and I know we said it a lot. We said that from before. We said that from before, but at times we need a reminder. We discussed this from before that Priest doesn't have to cash in the money in the bank anytime soon. He
He
don't have
better.
to cash it in at WrestleMania. He could wait after WrestleMania to cash in.
And I'm
Cause
for that.
He better, because if he catches in at Mania, he's losing.
Yeah, I'm for that. You know, I miss the days when people used to have the briefcase for a while, like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. You know, I've talked about that with Sandman. Like, I hate the Money in the Bank briefcase now because it's
yeah,
like
you did.
it's
Yeah,
like
you
that
did.
it's like that guy.
Males and females.
Right. It's like that dude who has a crush on a girl for like 4 or 5 years, and it's like you finally got her on the date, you finally wooed her into your apartment, and you got her in the bed, and you just
And the
blow your
date
load
sucks.
in like 30 seconds. It's like take your time. Like you got a year. You got a full year for this briefcase, and it's like so many times it's like we'll cash it after a month, 3 weeks,
You gotta
2
let
months.
that pussy marinate.
But
You
to
know?
me, but to me, and like this is just me just being honest. If Priest cashes in at Mania, he's losing. There's no question in my mind he's losing.
See,
I
You know
and
think it's
that's
why?
you got a point though. Ballet said this dude start with dum dum. Talking about Jay Uso, dum dum. Um, he can't. This dude, Priest, he can't cash in at WrestleMania or WrestleMania season. It's way too much traffic. It's way too much traffic that's gonna be built up by then. Like this dude, Damian Priest, have to do some astronomic type shit to get up into that atmosphere. Because yeah, I definitely agree with Tove, and that's what I was saying. I was saying that it's getting to the point where Judgment Day is going to start holding this dude, or matter of fact, bringing this dude, Damian Priest, down.
Right.
Like the time to do it is before Survivor Series, before Roman comes back.
Yeah, and
But
by that
don't
time,
forget.
well, go ahead, my bad, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, well, don't forget. Also, remember, they it's stupid, but they changed the rules to the briefcase. Remember, you can cash in on any belt now. We're just thinking world title because
Oh
that's how it
God, I
always
forgot
been.
about that.
Yeah, remember, he can cash in on any
Oh
belt.
my God, he better not even play himself like that.
I
He
know it's
better
stupid.
not.
I'm just simply saying, like they made the change. So
Yep, they did. Theory cashed in on the United States title when he had it.
Yeah, and that was that. And what did that do for him?
He
He looked
lost
like a
it
fucking
soon.
bozo.
Like I
so
said,
for all we know, he could cash in on Gunther, or he could cash in on Rey Mysterio to continue that story. You know,
like
or
I
he could go to
said, if
NXT and cash in on Carmelo. He can do it to anybody. It's stupid, but that's what they did.
like I said, if he cashes in at Mania, then that automatically tells your story. Because he's not going to beat Gunther. He's not going to beat Roman. He's not going to beat Cody. He's not going to beat. He's not going to beat a healthy. All right. He's not going to beat a fresh Seth Rollins. So no, don't cash in at Mania. That's guaranteeing your loss.
How about he cashes in on a woman, wins the title, has a sex change? That's ratings. That's
Oh
ratings.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it's funny.
You know,
Yeah,
you mentioned
yeah.
that. You mentioned that. I think the craziest. I think like one of the earliest stories I remember hearing is. Did you hear this one, Nate? Did you hear that story all those years ago? That there's a rumor that like
Thanks for the
Brian Pillman.
sub. We just got 3 new subs, y'all. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow,
Cool.
wow.
Nice.
There's
Thanks. Keep them
a
coming. Thank you.
Yeah,
there was a
thanks.
crazy story back in the day that Brian Pillman was going to get like face surgery to look like Shawn Michaels or something like
Oh
that.
my God! What the hell?
Probably because of the Face Off movie, I imagine.
I remember the
Yeah.
story. Like I remember the story that I think it was like Vince Russo said it, and he said that Goldust walked up to, or Dustin Rhodes walked up to him and said that he wanted breast implants.
No, you know the craziest urban legend is Dustin is Cody's son, or Dustin's Cody's father. I just heard that there was some video on like conspiracy theories. That's creepy.
Yeah, in that same video, it said Pentagon and Phoenix are not brothers.
Yeah, I know exactly. That killed it right there. Yeah, that killed it right there.
Yeah, I think that dude, Ray Phoenix, or Ray Phoenix, I guess you could call him. He should definitely go to NXT. I think he'll be a problem in NXT.
Yeah, team him
if
up.
they're looking for the next Rey Mysterio, there they go. That's like the next. They're always looking for the next
Dragon
Mysterio.
Lee guy there though.
I forgot about. Yeah, what the fuck you doing with Dragon Lee?
He's in a feud with Dom.
He's in a feud for the North American title. He just lost to Ali though.
With Dom and Mustafa.
I gotta watch that match. Ali and Lee. They had a match.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that.
Always.
How was it? You watched it?
He's always a good match.
They're both great. Their match is good.
Mustafa's always a good match.
I watch that.
I like that Dragon Lee, man. Just give me a pint of fried rice and an egg roll. I'm all set.
But
this is the man's best.
Wow. Yeah. But I like Mustafa's gimmick trying to be like a politician.
This is what if you remember, that's what he wanted. That's the idea he pitched to WWE the first time.
Good. That's what they need to do.
Before that retribution bullshit.
Yeah, they need to stop fucking around, and you need to take the fucking dead weight that's not doing anything and send them back down there. And you need to do Triple H's old school philosophy when he was still there back in the black and gold days. We send you to NXT. We give you 6 months. That's a fair enough time. If we don't see any progress in 6 months, you're out. Send them back down there.
Future endeavor.
Speaking of people who still suck, Baron Corbin still sucks. Fire his ass.
yeah. I ain't allow some real G shit. What are they doing with this dude Corbin? Like,
they've repackaged this man like 4 or 5 times already, and now he's got this new burn the ships gimmick. I don't know what it is.
He's not talking about anything. That's the thing. Like, what are they doing? Is he sucking somebody cock backstage? Like,
he's definitely living his theme song, "End of Days." He's on his end.
And that's the thing. He got one of the best finishers in the game.
I like that.
If you remember,
the finisher and the trademark move, the signature move.
That's why
insane.
I don't think
anybody
always compared
him to Matt Morgan, because Matt Morgan was very similar. He was very tall and he had a really cool finisher. And it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like, what else is there? And they tried. TNA kept trying, and it's like some people they just don't have it. And Corbin,
it didn't seem like his character went downhill after he cut his hair. I don't know. That's what it seems like.
Who remembers when Scott Steiner said about Matt Morgan when he said, if I had your genetics, I will kill myself.
Oh my god.
I will stab myself, then I'll shoot myself.
This dude, fucking Scott Steiner, man. His promo game, man. Ever since WCW.
That's a good segue, and this will be my last comment of the night.
This dude said,
"You about to leave? You like? I ain't gonna lie. I'm loving the conversation right now. We could go for another 15 minutes."
Okay, then. Well, all I was gonna say is this is gonna be a good segue to what we were talking about earlier today in the Facebook group. We were talking about how, this is a WWE issue, because only in WWE you have these young up-and-coming stars, and they always say, oh, so-and-so is going to be the next so-and-so. Like that Bardot guy, he's going to be the next Brock Lesnar or whatever. Like, you've never seen that. You've never seen that in TNA. Like, at no point have you ever watched TNA Impact and you hear them say, this guy's going to be the next AJ Styles, or this guy's going to be the next Alex Shelley. Like, no, TNA just lets them be who they are. Same thing for Ring of Honor. Same thing for NWA. It's a WWE issue. This obsession of trying to find the next Eddie, the next Ray, the next Angle, the next Lesnar is fucking stupid. There's never going to be another next person.
Trying to make Priest,
let them be the first.
The next Razor.
Razor.
Yeah. Like. So you had mentioned Scott Steiner, and that's what popped in my head. Like the Braun Breaker kid, right? Like he's really good, and he's got a lot of intensity, and he's definitely got some promise there. My biggest fear, because he's got a pretty good spear. Like his spear is really good. I know his spear is an overused move, but he's got a good spear. My worst fear is he gets caught up to the main roster and they say Braun Breaker is going to be the next Goldberg. If they do that, oh my god, bro, I'm going to fucking turn into a terrorist.
Yo, see, now you jinxed him. You jinxed him already. You shouldn't even have did that. But yeah, you got a point. My thing is this. This dude, Braun Breaker, he's gonna have to do something like really crazy to bring back that buzz. Because when he had that buzz, they should have been brought him up to the main roster. Remember, I was pitching from before that he should have been a surprise opponent for this dude, Gunther. At SummerSlam and take this dude Intercontinental Championship as a surprise victory at SummerSlam.
Whatever you do, you do not let Braun become Scott Steiner. Because Scott Steiner, you never gave him a live mic because you know something bad was going to happen.
I don't know what they're doing.
Braun Breaker,
he's already ready.
Braun Breaker was good as a face. He didn't have to be here. Now, him being the heel versus Carmelo Hayes, that was gold. I ain't gonna lie. That was like his best work going against Carmelo Hayes as a heel. But I really think he could be a legitimate face on the main roster.
I think the reason why they kept him in for this long was because they
don't have any stars on NXT, bro.
No,
outside of Carmelo Hayes and Braun.
They wanted him to finally tune his heel gimmick.
Yeah, but they don't have any big stars on NXT. Let's say Braun Breaker goes up to the main roster. Who's gonna fill his shoes? Carmelo?
No, that's why.
Yeah, Carmelo. You just said it. Carmelo.
But just Carmelo though. It can't just be him.
And whose fault is that?
Aren't they building up that Trick Williams dude? Aren't they building him up? Don't they got who else?
No, but whose fault is that though? Whose fault is it that they didn't bring in anybody in?
They only got two right now. Right now there are only two contenders for Carmelo's title is Wesley and Ilya Dragunov. So,
like to me,
and what would you consider Ilya Dragunov? Is it like a tweener?
He's been acting like a tweener lately. So
that's the guy that beat Gunther, right?
Yeah.
In those classics,
in a UK belt.
He's a beast, dude.
That shit was a fucking war. Fucking match. That was a war.
The first match was a masterpiece in brutality.
I enjoyed that match from start to
this
finish.
Dude, man.
Yo,
Gunther, I'm just so proud of my dude. Like, shouts go out to Gunther. We forgot to mention that he officially got this dude Honky Talk Man record the fuck up out of here.
Man, that combo that Gunther pulled on Chad Gable at the end of their match was a fucking masterpiece.
Bro, that dude Gunther got like 3 finishes.
When he big boot him and then gave him the clothesline from hell.
Honestly, yeah, I was about to say that his finish should just be the clothesline from hell. Just have him keep that as his finish.
Bro, I'm not even. Yo, Gunther got like 5 finishes. He got
that's what he does. Chain finishers. Like when he feels like he gotta get you the fuck up out of here, he will catch you with a power bomb, pick you up, and catch you with the lariat from hell.
Hey yo, speaking of wars though, shout outs to Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks.
Yo.
Starks Danielson made Starks a made man in that match for real.
Yeah, that's what that was.
They need to put Collision on this dude's shoulders. Ricky Starks.
Too bad Danielson got a concussion that night.
He's gonna be on Collision tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And shots go out to Bryan Danielson too, and this dude Mox, because every time TK is in the bind when he needs to fill a card, like with a particular match or two, he could always count on Bryan Danielson and Mox with their crazy asses.
No. Mox is walking, talking Hep C.
He's still willing to pull up overtime.
Yeah.
If he catches Hep C and somebody else catches it with him,
I'm telling you, Ballet, Pretty Ricky Starks, they playing with this dude. How much time you gotta show you that this dude he's hungry.
I need Ricky Starks to be a champion sometime this year or next.
He's hungry. I'm not trying to hear no bullshit about he only weighs 200 pounds. So what? That's the time of day we in right now. Not everybody looks like Brian Cage on steroids.
If they somehow lose MJF, Ricky Starks has to be the person you build the company around.
Yes,
it has to be.
Yeah,
because he put in mad work. And it's like he barely has a bad match. He's good on the mic. Pause. He's charismatic, and come on, you can't forget about his muscle, Big Bill. There you go.
But I think the reason why they're pushing him that hard was because, do you guys remember that day when Cody was walking to the arena and who was behind him that night? I think it was SummerSlam of last year.
No, Royal Rumble when he came back.
Yeah.
Rumble,
I think it was the Rumble.
Yeah. Him and Cody go back. So.
And Starks was with them. I was like, yeah, he has a plan B.
Yeah.
So Dynasty was saying only after that dive he fell on head. What? Only after that dive where he fell on his head. I think it was Mania 9.
I think he's talking about Scott Steiner.
Yeah. Corbin. Corbin. I never liked that dude. I'm not gonna hold you. I always thought he was a waste.
Like I said, and I've been saying this for the longest time. Fire his ass.
He's just trash. Now, did he have good matches? Yeah. I remember the match he had with this dude, Shorty G, at the King of the Ring tournament.
Oh my Lord.
That was a good ass match.
I will never forgive WWE for that Shorty G bullshit. That was almost as bad as Kerwin White. I can't.
Who remembers this?
Nothing's worse than Kerwin White.
Who remembers this when WCW first bought WWE, or when WWE first bought WCW, and Vince McMahon was backstage, and he said, like, guess what's on? No, he said that didn't get you see me, won't you? They said, look at these two TVs, WCW and WWE. I bought my competition. As for you, Jeff Jarrett, you are double G, double O, double N, double E. Gone. I was like,
you reminded me of
he deserved to be fired. I'm sorry.
You guys know about OSW review?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
OSW. Yeah.
Remember when he spoke about that shit when Vince said double G, triple O, double N, double E, gone. Remember when he said that, like we just said, right?
Yeah.
Remember when he said, isn't that pronounced Gagooni?
Yeah, Jerry did a lot of stuff that I remember when Austin interviewed him for his podcast, and I love Stone Cold, but I threw shade at him when he interviewed JJ because that was a softball interview.
Yeah,
he's done a lot of stuff that has rubbed people the wrong way, and it was not addressed at all. There's two big topics. Like everybody knows everyone knows about the China
promo.
one. Where he held
from when he machine gunned his WWE career.
Yeah. The two I know is I remember when he was with the Roadie, like him and Road Dogg, they had a nice little thing going on, and then the Click saw that they were getting over,
and the Click, they politic to Vince to sort of get them to break up. And I think they're supposed to have a match in your house. And then in the aftermath of the match, they were going to turn on each other and break up. And Rhodey and Jarrett, they didn't like it. And so they just no-showed. They completely just walked out, and they weren't punished for it. And the second one was what Black Star just alluded to, was when Stone Cold was really starting to catch fire. Jarrett had did that anti Austin 316 promo, and
blasphemy.
Austin was pissed. Yeah, he was pissed, and then he walked up to I think it was Patterson, and he told Patterson, like, you tell Jarrett I'm never gonna work with him, stuff like that. Oh yeah, that goes back to I think Steve had worked for Jeff Jarrett's dad back in the day. And he got like a low payday or something.
Yeah.
And I think Jarrett walked past him and said, "That check ain't gonna get any bigger, boy," or something like that. And like Steve never.
Basically, at that time, this dude, Steve Austin, was looking at the check like he was in a trance, like what the fuck is this? And then Jarrett walked up to him and that check ain't gonna get no bigger, boy.
Yeah,
like that's fucked up. I'll be tight too, like, yo, what the fuck? But
yeah,
I get it though, you know what I mean? Because at the time, he wasn't the only one that wasn't getting paid shit. There was a lot of motherfuckers other than him that was getting paid a sandwich and a soda.
Like, who remembers this Marky D video when he said which one was worse? Triple H's Reign of Terror or Jeff Jarrett?
Jeff Jarrett, yeah. He said Jeff Jarrett was the worst.
Like, I agree with
Jeff Jarrett was like a 3-year fucking reign.
Jeff Jarrett's Reign of Terror was bad. It was really bad. And
it ain't draw a dime. Still ain't drawing no dimes. At least Triple H shit drew some money.
What he did to Monty Brown alone should be criminally charged.
No, fuck that. Monty Brown did that shit to himself.
The problem with Triple H's Reign of Terror is, like you said before, at the end of the day, when it was all said and done, nobody else was getting over. And anybody else that got over during that Reign of Terror, like literally every single person that got over was fed Triple H. RVD got over, fed him to Triple H. Kane got over, fed him to Triple H. Booker T got over, fed him to Triple H. Goldust got over, fed him to Triple H. Shawn Michaels got over, fed him to Triple H. Every single person that benefited was just Triple H and Evolution itself. And then Orton got over, fed him to Triple H.
The HBK stayed over, though.
Yeah, but nobody else got over. And that was why during that time when I was a teenager, I was a SmackDown guy. Because on SmackDown, you could see the gears were turning. And you could see different acts were getting over on SmackDown. You had Los Guerreros. You had Edge and Ray. You had, what was Angle's team? With Charlie Haas.
Team Angle.
Yeah, Team Angle. Yeah, you had Lesnar. Edge was smart. He knew what was going on. He was like, fuck, if I stay on Raw, I'm not going to get over. That's why he went to SmackDown. So that was my beef with Triple H. So I get, so I respect Marky D. And Jarrett's Reign of Terror was bad too, but like as bad as Jarrett's reign was, there were other acts that got over. Maybe they didn't get as many wins as they could have, but other people were getting over. Nobody got over during Triple H's reign. Nobody.
I remember during Triple H's Reign of Terror, I remember what he did to Kane and put him in that Katie Vick storyline. When he screwed that mannequin. And
I screwed your brains out.
Yeah. And he said, I screwed your brains out. I was like, you can't.
I don't care how bad Jarrett's reign was, and it was bad. Nothing that Jarrett did in his entire reign was as bad as Triple H retaining at Elimination Chamber when he had a fucking torn quad. That was stupid. He should have lost that.
No. The worst one was what he did to Booker T. In Booker T's home state of Houston, Texas.
Yeah, that was a WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, that Mania.
he was trying
because
to.
that was definitely Booker time, man. That was like
Triple H. He was trying to channel. He was trying to channel Harley Race. I think at the time he thought it was like old school like NWA heat, but like it was turned to channel heat. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. But you know, there are things about the reign I did like. Like Triple H did have different layers to his character. He wasn't like I am the game. I am that damn good. I am the cerebral. Like he had different layers to his personality. He wasn't like serious all the time, like Roman was. There was a little bit of comedy, a little bit of seriousness. Like he could joke around every now and then. So I will say that Roman's reign has given me more appreciation for the Reign of Terror. Not that I miss it.
I remember, I give like some people give what Booker T said to, or what Triple H said to Booker T, as that was Triple H talking. Those are like what you don't understand is this: all of WWE's promos were scripted, and Triple H remembers the last time he said no to Vince, or the last time he disrespected Vince, and what the fuck happened to him.
He became a farmer's bitch.
My logic has always been that I think the reason why Triple H did what he did, and the reason why he's buried so many people, is because Triple H himself was buried all those years ago. And despite the fact that he was buried, he overcame it and became a top guy. So I think in his head, he always thought, well, if you don't overcome it, then you were never going to be a star anyway. But at the same time, Triple H, even though he overcame it with help. He never overcame it by himself, because Triple H by himself wasn't anything. But when you have China and Triple H and DX, and of course, when you have good company, it definitely helps.
Shawn Michaels is a huge buffer.
Right. Not everybody that gets buried is going to be a part of some group or faction or tag team. He never got that. So, but that's just my headcanon. And when NXT was taking off, when Black and Gold was taking off, and it was the hottest thing in wrestling, I always thought that NXT was his way of getting back into the good graces of the hardcore fans, because he knew that the hardcore fan demographic never liked him, never cared for him, and WWE's product at the time was not good. So he's like, okay, I'm going to take NXT and I'm basically going to turn it into like a super indie fad with a WWE budget. I'm going to hire all the indie darlings. We're going to put on these amazing shows that are going to be way better than anything Raw and SmackDown does, you know, and I'll be front and center. I'll be at every takeover. I'll shake the hand of every single person we sign. It was like this little thing he did to rehabilitate his image, you know, because he hated CM Punk. He hated CM Punk. He never understood CM Punk's popularity. Like, does anyone ever put that together? Like, you hated CM Punk, bro. He hated him. But Punk is an indie guy. So how do you hate Punk, but you love Owens and Zayn and Bobby Roode and Nakamura and Austin Aries and all these other people from the indies? Like, it makes no sense. So I think the Punk shit, it humbled him. It humbled him. It made him realize, like, wow, there is money to be made here.
The one thing that I appreciate Triple H for, and it might be a ploy by Triple H. I mean, who knows? But the one thing that I appreciate about him was that there was always a person of color somewhere around the top during the Black and Gold era. Always at least one.
Yeah, that's true.
And that,
and there was not only that, there was always black stars. And the funny thing is that before we get up out of here, I'm gonna be real. Like them Caucasians was like, damn, we can't stop these niggers from infiltrating our sport. They take over everything.
These stupid niggers. Like, wait, what?
And it's dumb. No. And it's dumb too, because black talent, like in the 2010s and shit, like the late 2000s, the early 2010s, I always said it. Like you always saw them in TNA, Ring of Honor. You know, like Jay Lethal, ACH, Moose. There was a lot of black talent. You know, it's just they were everywhere but WWE. And I think it was because, for whatever reason, WWE for so many years They just thought that black people don't watch wrestling. It's like, dude, we all watch wrestling. And then somewhere around like the late 2010s to like the early 2020s, the light bulb went off, and they're like, oh, holy shit, black folks do watch WWE. Let's start marketing them. And all of a sudden, you saw Bianca Belair, you saw the Street Profits, you saw the Hurt Business, Kofi's WWE champion. It's like, all right, well, it took y'all like fucking 50 years, but better.
Like it all started,
right?
But it all started with Black and Gold, with Sasha and Bailey in that rivalry. Yeah, that's where it all started.
I just
that's a good point. I'm really trying to think, like, really did the women's revolution or evolution start off, you know, that shift when it comes to black talent becoming more over?
Yeah, that was the beginning of it. That was started.
Well, they did, you know, they definitely had something with He Who Shall Not Be Named, obviously, but you know, wasted potential, aka Velveteen Dream. He definitely would have been that guy, you know.
How you said name should not be mentioned and still mention his name?
just for people who didn't understand what I was saying. So. Yeah, I firmly believe everything Roman has today, it was going to be Dream, but you know, he fucked it up. So
I don't know if we've seen in the community, in my community section, it was like what, a couple of months back, right? Black Star, when this dude Velveteen Dream talking about he got a surprise. And I was like, well, I hope it's not his fucking cock. Pause. Like, like what surprise you got, motherfucker?
He's number 30 at the Rumble.
He said that's it. He got a surprise. So it's like, okay, this happened. He said this before All In. So it's like, okay, you wasn't at All In. So what surprise you got? What's going on?
He's number 30.
Number 30 in the Rumble.
Yep, he's number 30 at the Rumble. Look through here. Velveteen Dream. Boo. Like, oh shit.
Velveteen Dream.
Apparently, he was a cokehead too. So they say.
Yeah, he was everything under the bus. Everything. Like the thing that killed me is that, like, man, look, even Devon Dudley said it. You know, the wrestling game is still very racist because you know it is what it is. Like, you know, there's plenty of motherfuckers that saw the same type of time that Velveteen Dream was on, and I get it. You know what I mean? He is a piece of shit when it comes to what he's doing. Yes, he's a fucking predator. But how much other fucking predators that's in the wrestling business on the same type of time and they get protected when it comes to the public eye?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because they talked about that in the Junkyard Dog, Dark Side of the Ring. I forgot exactly who said it, but Junkyard Dog's trainer had told him, like, when you get into business, just remember, you can't get away with the same shit the white man can.
Right.
Like that. So
you said it right. You said it right. You can't get away with the same thing the white boys be getting away with. It's fact.
I remember this old MVP promo at Impact when he said that that people like us don't get to the top. He said niggas. I was like, he said what?
I always remembered the Washington dude, the guy who was the manager for the primetime players, and he made that Kobe thing. Yeah. I feel like if a white person had made that comment, you know, or someone who was non-black, they probably would have like punished them, suspended them X amount of days without pay or whatever. And then, you know, let it cool off and probably would have, like, you know.
Yeah, like he straight up fired him. Like my dude fired.
Like, I clearly remember MVP saying that. He said, niggas. I was like, wait, what? Like, he said it?
Oh, man. Yeah, shouts go out to MVP, too. You know what I mean? We had chopped up everything good. You know, it's just, you know, he did a moment.
The funniest part about it was that Pop TV did not bleep it. They didn't bleep it until the replay.
Shit, but we about to hit the 2:30 mark. Yo, this was a great show. I ain't gonna hold you. I liked how the show flowed real smooth. This shit was smooth, like, you know, when you put peanut butter on a slice of bread. That's how smooth it was.
Yep.
I like this one. Yeah, more than likely, you already know, pulling up for Tuesday's episode.
That's Smooth Skippy.
Yo, 148 episodes, B. You guys are awesome, man. We grinding. And it's just an infancy stage. This is just, this is beginning stages. We only getting started, B. Let's keep this shit pushing.
I agree, man. I agree. I can't wait till we enter the partner program and we all get paid for this.
Well, that's on you. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't say you gonna get paid off this motherfucker. Like, you ain't even trying to pay me. You trying to get paid. Hey, nothing, motherfucker. But anyways,
I agree though.
You know what I mean? Tuesday, B, you already know the vibes, man. We're gonna matter of fact, before we get up out of here, don't talk shit about my Chiefs. There's only 1 point. Let y'all know that now. Don't say shit about my Chiefs.
Yeah, my favorite team is about to beat the Bears' ass on Sunday.
Yeah, B, but you guys enjoy y'all weekend. Be a mahala. Y'all know the vibes.
Alrighty.
Peace out.
All right, later, guys.
Ooh. Matter of fact, play some music real quick. It's Friday night. Let me play some music. Make you feel alright. You know what I mean? Play some music.
This is how you cook. Get 'em. I will transform on this joint, spazzing off the drugs I'm on. Turn C now ever since I'm born, like Nebraska Uso corn. In my prime like Optimus, throw you through a Oculus. The Bronx is my metropolis. Didn't have a pot to piss, had to learn not to miss. Focus on accomplishments. Beats I'm demolishing. Tell me what the problem is. You know you don't want no smoke. Seeing you in action is a joke. Catch him with the deadly blow. Pack it up, it's time to go. But you wanna call the cops? All that bullshit needs to stop. Stupid idiot, wine start. Hush him out, you can't talk. Merge into a deadly beast. Pick your bones after I feast. You want war, now you want peace. Cause shit got thick like Cardi B. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form. You been warned, here comes a storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form. You've been warned, here comes a storm. I am here to shatter dreams. Welcome to my gathering. Blood is always splattering. Where I'm from, that's happening. Got that cannon fully tucked. All that blade will give you cuts. Sacrifice to get those bucks. Most these rappers looking such. Smack them with the speed and bust. All you see is blood and guts. Too much sauce like a duck. Brush it off the shoulder rust. Camo with a bag full of ammo. Strangle the ops from the tangle. Hang your legs, they gonna dangle. Neck broke just like Kurt Angle. In the heart of the deity. Bring that pain so easily. Most these bums don't deal with me. Eradicate immediately. One monkey don't stop the show. I'll continue with the flow. Catch me at the studio. Like time I got the glow. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form. You been warned, here comes a storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form. You've been warned, here comes a storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form. You've been warned, here comes a storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form. You've been warned, here comes a storm.